Hmm. There we go. Now we're live. Hi, everyone. GameHounds podcast. We are back. I know, huge surprise. It's not like we're not here every week. Um, so Nick and I are just getting ready, doing our last little bits for the show. We're not going to be really talking much about.
What we've been
There's not,
playing.
not much about what we've been playing, just simply because there is so much to talk about with the Summer Games Fest and the PlayStation State of Play, both of which happened this week.
And the
Uh,
Xbox.
That's what I said. Summer Games Fest. I guess the Xbox is Summer Games Fest and Xbox are kind of separate. I just think
Yeah,
of
they are
Summer
separate.
Games Fest being Xbox.
That's Jeff Keighley did it. He did it. He got in your head, and now
Mhm.
everything is Summer Game Fest.
Yep. Yep. So, but yeah, there's a lot to talk about with all of the news, and there's some news I'm very excited about.
Okay, yeah. Well, there's one alternate news story
Hmm.
that I think is relevant that
Okay.
I'll bring up first.
All right. So we'll talk about that in a moment, but let's start. Let's see who's in here yet. Do we have anybody? Nobody's in the chat.
Nobody. All alone.
We're definitely live. We are definitely streaming, but there's nobody in here. I'm kind of concerned.
That's
Well,
fine.
it's Saturday. People are just being slow getting here, which is fine.
It's
It's not like we
Sunday.
weren't slow. No, I said Saturday, I meant Sunday. My
Has
weekends
it
are just
has it
so
been
busy that they're not
the
even a
days
holiday.
days just bleed into each other?
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. All right, well, we might as well start the show.
This podcast discusses video games, pop culture, and technology, and these podcasters have big, fat potty mouths. If you're younger than 18 or are easily offended, please stop this podcast now. Oh, and your mom said to take out the trash and do your homework.
Hello and welcome to GameHounds. GameHounds episode 822. We are recording this on Sunday, June 7th, 2026. I'm Edie Sellers. With me is Nick DiDocola. A lot to talk about. A lot to talk about this week. Most of which are all the games that we are going to be playing in the next 2 years.
No, not 2 years. September.
Well, there's a lot of
Only
them were announced.
September.
There were a lot of them that were announced for 2 years from now.
There's
One that I care about that was announced
there's
for 2 years from
so
now.
many games coming out in September, specifically like September 24th to 29th.
Yeah,
It's like
yeah.
just whatever. We'll get into it. We'll get
The
into it.
GTA effect, because there is no November. Everything's
like-
going to September.
But like if everything launches on top of each other, that creates the same sort of sales train wreck that launching next to GTA does.
Mhm.
It's you swerved out of traffic into another traffic jam. It's
Yeah.
out of the frying pan into another frying pan.
Yeah, it's gonna be bad, but
Anyways,
it's our kind of bad. I would rather have it this way than have it with no games showing up because everybody has just cleared out the entire calendar until 2027.
yes, but that was never gonna happen.
Hey, AC Wraith finally in the house.
Anyways, I wanted
Oh.
to start by
Mhm.
catching up with my final thoughts on 007 First Light
Okay.
because I finished the game.
Mhm.
Took a lot longer than I thought it would. I thought I was on the last mission. I was not on the last mission.
Oh.
Game is longer than you think, and it does a really good job building things up. Like it kind of embraces all of the Bond tropes, including evil supervillain lair, but in a way that kind of makes sense for the modern world. And it ends like pretty good. Like it has a really satisfying ending.
Mhm.
And then it keeps going.
Oh.
And then it keeps going for another whole mission.
In a
And
good way?
Oh. That last mission is terrible.
Oh, that's a shame.
Absolutely awful. Like They have Bond has a character doing things that feel like they're out of character. It's like, what the fuck? That's not what
Mm.
Bond would do. It goes
Mm.
from, hey, here's a big elaborate, spy and action scene set in the secret Antarctic base, like in the
Mhm.
Arctic Circle, and then the final mission takes place in a bunch of concrete sewers. It's like you killed your character. It's the most boring, drab setting in the entire game.
Mhm.
There's one really good gameplay action sequence in it. But then for the most part, the action's okay, but they bring back a villain that you previously killed. They literally somehow Palpatine returned it. So a guy that you kill earlier in the game, he just comes back and is like, I'm back. And it's like, what the fuck? And
How?
they
Do they make some kind of explanation of how he didn't die?
he's like in an exosuit, and so it's like, oh, okay, I guess I didn't crush you to death. You're in a robot suit. Sure, man, sure. But he's not that he's a good side villain, but he's not a good final boss. And he just won't fucking die. You spend 2 hours, like, he leaves the room ahead of you, and you fight your way through the room filled with soldiers, and you open the door to chase after him, and he's across the room, and he walks through another door. And you're like, God
Mhm.
damn it. Okay, gonna fight through this room. Get to the next one. He walks through the next door. You're like, motherfucker, I'm trying to catch up to him. Then you catch up to him, and you get into a pretty bad boss fight. And then he walks through another door, and he's like, oh my fucking God, how long does this go on for? And it's like 2 hours of you chasing this guy, fighting
No.
him, leaving, and it ends with like, and even then, the final ending between him and Bond is bad. It's just the cutscene is bad. What they set up they set up a nice possibility for Bond to take him out in a clever way. That's like, oh, using your head instead of your brain. He's in a super exosuit, but you're smarter than him. Okay, good job, Bond. They don't do that. They set up the perfect possibility for that situation, and then they just don't do it. And it's like, what the fuck, you guys? Like, 90% of this game, 95% of this game is a really impressive balance between action and stealth, between like Hitman light and Uncharted light, fun action sequences that are like puzzles where you're blowing up the environment, a nice modernization of Bond as a character while still keeping all of the more goofy, outlandish elements that the Craig movies kind of try to ignore. This brings all those back. It does all those good things, but the final mission is the worst mission in the game. Like, by far. There are no bad missions. There are no bad levels in this game except for the last one.
Mhm.
It got to the point where after I beat the game, I went to the level select just to remind myself, okay, this was a good game. Like, don't let the ending sour you. And so I went through each level reminding myself what happened and rewrote the story in my head to just like, no, that last level never happened. Never happened. Nope. Just gonna ignore it. So I've I've repressed I'm looking to repress the memory of that to just focus on the good.
What a shame, because you were so enthusiastic about this
Because
game when it first came
because
out.
the rest of the game is really great. The rest of the game is genuinely great,
Mhm.
but that final level is so bad.
That's a shame. Well, so would you recommend it still? Or
I
would you
would.
recommend when you get to that final level, just quit the game?
When you like when you blow up the supervillain's lair, just stop.
Okay.
Like, you'll know you get to an ending and you're like, "All right, that was a good ending." And then you'll be like, "Wait,
It's still going?
It's still going. When you get to the "it's still going" part, it doesn't. Just stop. Just stop.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good to know.
Everything else about it is good, though.
Well, that's good. And
And
I'm still interested
don't
in
regret
because it
playing.
sounds such a good experience for you.
Yes, and I don't regret playing it. I don't regret buying it. But it was just like, look, most players don't finish games. So I guess if you're gonna skimp on a level, the last one is the one to do it. Better that one,
No.
than the first one.
Yeah, but it leaves such a weird taste in your mouth at the end of the game if that's your last impression, is that last boss fight was awful. I wish I'd
It
never
does.
played it.
This is a story-based game too that like you're meant to play. You're meant to get to the
Mhm.
end of. But yeah, that's 007 First Light. Good game, but kind of drops the ball at the last second.
Mhm. Yeah. So, what well, I'm not gonna talk about any other games. Let's just jump into
Yeah, well, the news I want to get to before we get into all of the game stuff.
why don't you write the banner for it while I do the news
Yeah.
sounder? Okay. All right. So, let's hit the news. This is the GameHounds News, the news and commentary of the week in gaming with Gamer Edie and Nikki Nicola. And our first item, I'm going slowly. First item is
Valve has confirmed in an update. They go on a big like, oh, this is the way that we're improving Steam verified system for the Steam machine. This is how it will work. Blah 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 blah. At the very end, last paragraph. And yeah, we're really looking forward to launching the Steam machine this summer.
Mm-hmm.
And it was like,
Yeah.
dude, you buried the fucking lead. You buried
Yeah.
it at the bottom. This is how verification works.
You buried the lead worse than Nick buries the lead on a weekly basis.
Mm-hmm.
You love burying the lead.
Oh, absolutely. It's fun.
No, it's not. It makes me nuts.
That's fun.
So that's all that they didn't confirm a price. They're
Nope.
still not talking about the price.
Absolutely not. They won't
Reasonably
talk about
so.
it. You won't know the price until you add it to your cart and click checkout. You won't know the price until you get the bill.
Maybe. They could probably do that. We're not going to tell you the price. Just add it, just buy it, and we'll charge what we want. People will probably still buy it.
Question mark, question mark, question mark.
Right. It's a randomized price, something between 500 and 5,000. You're just going to get what you get.
Yeah. But yeah, they've confirmed this summer, which is impressive.
Mhm.
We'll see how it goes. Based on how much they up the price of the Steam Deck, though, it is going to be a pricey machine.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, it's according to Andrew, I didn't see the announcement, but according to Andrew, he went through and compared the specs on it, and it is better specs than the Steam Deck, as you would expect.
Yeah.
And if the Steam Deck is 900, now you have to consider that it's probably the Steam Deck's a little more expensive simply because of making things small and light is more expensive.
I mean, the
I
Steam
am
machine is pretty small.
Yeah, but it's a small PC as opposed to putting a PC in a size like this. That's more expensive. But I'm guessing it's going to be $1,200. It may be as high as $1,500 depending how things go.
I think 12 is the bottom.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the minimum it can be.
Yeah. Yeah,
But
I agree. I would be dismayed but not surprised if it was 15. I was looking. The guy I work with, the guy that I supervise up in our Sacramento office, came down on Saturday, and he's been talking to me like, "Hey, I need a new computer for home. So I want something that can play CK3, Crusader Kings 3." And I was like, well, I mean, yeah, it's a terrible time to be doing it right now. And I'm looking up, best gaming PCs of 2026. And I'm looking at prices on these articles, and it's like, that's not a bad price. And of course, it has a little button, link here to go to Amazon. And you go to the Amazon price, and it's $1,000 more than when they wrote that article in like February.
You're like,
It's double
oh,
the price.
that's good. You should jump on
Hey,
that. Click.
under $1,000, that's a really good deal. That's not bad at all. Oh, and now it's $1,900. $1,300. It's a little pricey, but this is a
But
really
you're like,
good
oh, this is a
system.
high-end PC.
Right. And you
Yeah.
go on, and it's like almost 3,000 now.
Eesh.
Like it's like
Yeesh.
$2,800. It's just, yeah, there was a PC, just a regular old PC at Costco. That we were at Costco last week, and Chris took a right turn down the PC lane just to see. There was
Mhm.
one that was $4,000, and it wasn't a high-end computer
Oh my
at
God.
Costco.
Yeah, I thought Costco was supposed to be
Costco.
good with the prices.
That is good with the prices.
Jesus.
Yeah. It's absolutely insane right now what PCs are going for. Insane. So, I'm happy I'm glad I got my Alienware laptop when I did a year ago or more. Yeah, we're super happy about that. But I I would be dismayed to see it at $1,500. I would not be surprised to see it at $1,500.
Mhm.
And I expect to see both the PlayStation, and I don't think we're gonna see either the PlayStation or the new Xbox in this summer. So this may be in
No,
future
no.
cadence, this is gonna be the one-off. This is gonna be those 2 are always gonna launch together, and then the Steam Machine is gonna come mid-year. It's the
It
midterm election, so to
it's like
speak.
the Switch. The Switch
Mhm,
launched last year,
mhm,
Steam Machine this year, and then
mhm.
in theory, like with the talk and the buzz and the vibes, the Xbox and PlayStation next year.
Yeah,
But we'll see how that goes.
and I'm depending on where they hit that cadence in the future, based on how far after the release of the new PlayStation, Xbox consoles, I think it will affect Xbox and PlayStation consoles simply because people are going to hold back. They're not going to go get, like you and I, day and day one, always knew we are getting an Xbox, we were getting a PlayStation, always knew. Or if we were getting one and not the other, we're going to get it day one. Now, everybody's going to hold back. It's like, you know what? I'm good with my PlayStation for right now until next year when I see what Steam is releasing, and then I'll make my decision.
Oh, this
So
summer?
it's well, this summer, yes, absolutely. But I'm talking about the next iteration of the Steam Machine in relation to the next iteration of
Oh.
the Xbox and
Well,
PlayStation.
I don't think you'll see a Steam Machine 2 for a long time.
Well, we'll see.
Haven't seen
We'll
a
see.
Steam Deck 2.
That's
AC
well,
Wraith says, "Oh, has stayed in Discord. I'm screwed. My buying habit was to buy well and run it into the ground. Now there's no way to get a new one."
no, this was not what you anticipated happening, but this is a cautionary tale of get things when you're ready and do it. And if you see instability in the market, jump on it. I am so, so glad I got this laptop now because there's no way my company would have bought this laptop. I'm sorry. I'm glad I bought it when I bought it. There's
Yeah.
no way this company would have bought this laptop now because it's like $3,000, $3,500, and I paid under 2 for this. So yeah. So yeah, that sucks. But I'm glad it's launching. I'm not happy about it launching. I'm happy about it launching this summer, but I'm also not happy about it launching this summer because I know that it's going to be insanely expensive and will only get cheaper as we go.
No, I
I
mean,
think.
I mean, given everything that's happened, buy this day one because that's the cheapest it'll ever be.
Possibly. I don't
Which
think
is
it's the cheapest it'll ever be because I know that the prices are being artificially driven up. And I know
true.
that the AI bubble is about to burst. I know it. I can feel it in my bones. Anthropic just announced it's going to have its IPO. This is going to happen, and it's going to happen, I think, in the next 18 months. You can write
I
that
think
down,
it'll
AC
be I
Ray.
think it'll be
18
sooner
months.
than that. Because the thing with
So,
an IPO is you have to show your work.
mhm,
You have to show your
mhm.
financials. And as we see with SpaceX, some people, insane people, are like, oh yeah, this is great. SpaceX has $1 trillion market. And other people look at that and go, what the fuck? Who was
Mm.
on ketamine when they wrote this?
Yeah. Yeah. And it's all just gonna be propped up by, the day traders and the ones like, "Well, it doesn't matter what the company's worth. What matters is what
Maybe,
it's the stock is selling for." But that's good to a
maybe.
point.
That's good to a point, but that's not how you can't get $1 trillion company off of vibes.
Right. Right. You can start
And
off for the $1 trillion, but you won't stay at $1 trillion.
yeah. And so yeah, considering Anthropic is still losing a lot of money. Um
Uh,
yeah.
uh, AC Ray says, "I can deal with 18 months. I've had between 2 and 3 years of Windows 10 extended service." I thought they
Nice.
discontinued Windows 10 support.
No, because like people rightfully complained and Microsoft was like, fine,
Oh, I thought
you
that
can
they had done
have
that.
you can
That's why I
have
had
some
to
extended support.
that's why I migrated off of Windows 10
Hmm.
because of that, and I held on to it with what I thought was the very last minute. Alright, so now that we've covered that, what other news before we go into the, Summer Games Fest and the PlayStation State of Play
Um
and the Xbox thing?
the only other news story I didn't have a banner for this was just last week I gave credit to Amazon for not canceling Bond because of
Mhm.
First Light because that game was in development before Amazon bought the license. Now the game came out, game is a hit. First thing Amazon says is, "Yeah, next game we'll publish it." Like the next game will
Yeah.
be done as part of Amazon Game Studios. Now, they didn't say that IO would not develop it. So there's
Mhm.
every possibility that Amazon Game Studios will publish it and IO could develop it. Because right
Mhm.
now, First Light is self-published by IO Interactive. So that would be a best case scenario. Worst case scenario, Amazon just takes the license and develops it in-house to do something completely different. But it's like it's a perfect example of you have the ball, you caught a Hail Mary pass, and then you're just like dancing your way to the end zone and you drop the ball.
Yeah.
And it's like
Yeah.
IO managed to do something really impressive, and Amazon's like, you did a good job. Let's fuck it up.
Yeah. Well, I don't know that they're gonna fuck it up. If they publish it, it's fine. And I think that they're smart
Except
enough
think
not to do that
what
because also
what has
they don't
Amazon
have
done?
the developers. They don't have the developers to write this game. IO does.
I don't know if Amazon cares. I feel like Amazon is the kind of company that's so high on the idea of corporate synergy that they will go, we're going to scrap this version of Bond and we're going to make a movie of starring whatever actor that we hire for the next Bond movie. And that's what we're going to do.
I don't think they will. And here's why, is that they will have to write the engine themselves. IO owns that engine. They will have to write the entire engine themselves instead of just
Yeah.
letting IO do it and farm it out to them. They will have to essentially create a whole new studio. They will have to delay it by years
Oh, yes.
because the engine needs to be written before
All
even the game is written.
all that is true and all that is rational, but I have no faith in Amazon to make the smart decision.
Sure. But I think they will make a smart decision. This one makes so much. It's not just smart, the absolute obvious position. There is kind of no other rational decision to be made. Right. Never underestimate the stupidity of Amazon. Never underestimate the hubris of billionaires. But in
Yes.
this case, I think that they probably will. All right. So, what do you want to do? State of play? Summer Games Fest.
Let's start with the state of play. We'll go
Okay.
um
I am
chronological
listening.
order.
I am still talking. I'm also haven't had breakfast and I'm making a pot of spaghetti right now. So you are going to enjoy watching me eat spaghetti while I do the show.
Okay.
I'm going to try and do it in the least offensive way possible. But I'm fucking starving right now.
Here, I will share my screen.
Okay, you stare at the screen.
Let me mute that. Let me make that big. So yeah, obviously the biggest story out of the state of play. Why can't I add this to the stage? Oh,
Because
because
mine is added to the stage. You have to take mine off.
yeah, there we go. Was the new God of War, starring Deborah Ann Woll, has Kratos's. In the 2018 game, we learned that Kratos had a wife and a kid, and the wife died, and the whole game was them like taking her ashes to the top of a mountain. Well, it turns out when she died, her soul went to the Everwen, which is like a god purgatory, which is basically a combination of all the gods of mythology thrown into one giant melting pot of violence. And it looks really good. It looks like it definitely looks like God of War combat. It's a little bit flashier and a little bit faster, which is an interesting touch. The world, I think, is really neat. The whole melting pot of the gods idea, I think, gives them a nice way to expand the scope and the spectacle while like not trying to worry about the lore and the implications of how do we get like Egyptian gods mixed with the Norse gods, mixed with the Greek gods and all that. It's just like, nah, they're all thrown together in the
Yeah, we're
afterlife.
just going to stick them all in. Not worry about it.
Put them in a blender. The one thing that people were a little iffy about is you meet your companion throughout the game is this gelatinous cube. Can you hear it?
I can.
You're a cube.
Oh, cube. Oh my
You know
God.
what? It
They've
doesn't
stolen
matter.
our idea,
How do we
Nick.
get out of here? Yeah, we've tried.
It's voiced by I forget the guy's name. It's Huey from The Boys. And there's a good behind the scenes video of him doing mocap has a cube. It's basically just like him standing on set with like a PVC pipe square box around him.
Oh my God.
Which is a little funny, but a lot of people are a bit worried about the cube and will that goofiness fit with the more grounded, violent, the more over the top violence of the God of War game.
It does have that very unfortunate feeling of this could be a Dinklebot. This could be a Dinklebot, and the Dinklebot didn't work. And the fact that you're adding this to Kratos, when I saw it, I thought this doesn't seem right. This doesn't gel correctly here.
Bum.
That was very much pun unintended.
And I get that. I like the cube. I like the interaction that they have. As I'm trying to get to some combat. There was a nice scene where you're fighting an enemy. Oops, I'm buffering. And in the background, the cube is just jumping on some people. But yeah, this was the big 20-minute showcase that PlayStation showed off. They started with Wolverine, they showed some games, and then they were like, hey, here's 20 minutes of uninterrupted gameplay of God of War.
Wow. Was it worth 20 minutes of watching?
I think so. I was compelled throughout. I was
Mhm.
never bored with what we were seeing.
Mhm.
It literally starts with new game.
Mhm. So it's 20 minutes of gameplay uninterrupted from the beginning. It's is what your first 20 minutes of the game will look like.
That's what it looks like.
Okay. That's kind of cool.
Which in retrospect is also what they did with God of War 2018,
Mhm.
where they just showed off like the first 20 minutes when one of the gods visits Kratos at his house and they
Mhm.
start fighting. And
Right.
so this has kind of become uh God of War's de facto method of
Jack
showing off
Quaid
their
is his
games.
name.
Jack Quaid, yes, that's it.
Yeah.
But yeah, I'm interested in this. I think this looks cool.
AC Ray says, I await the DEI gods complaints. Ugh, you're probably right.
Oh yeah,
Sad
yeah.
but
People
true.
going, you put a girl on my God of War.
Yeah. So next one would be, oh, come on, Nick. You got to have some
Next one.
professionalism here. Okay, I'll take over from here. I've got it. I've got
Nope,
it.
it's already sharing my screen. I'm already going. Oops,
Uh,
oops. Let's lower that volume. Okay, they started the show with Wolverine,
mhm.
and Wolverine was another. This one is 7.5 minutes of basically uninterrupted gameplay,
Right.
and it looks like a good action game. I don't know about too much beyond that. Come on, I want to get to some action because holy shit, is it violent? um, yeah,
That's why.
and this is not an open world. Unlike the Spider-Man games, this one is
Mhm.
going to be a like linear set piece driven action game,
Right.
which I
Wow,
think fits.
your stream is super choppy, but okay. You know
Is
what? I'm
it
going to remove you. Yeah, I'm going to remove you and I'm going to take over. Go ahead. Keep going. Keep talking. I got this.
okay? Yeah. Well, there's not much to say. I wanna see gameplay to show that off. But yeah, it's just like a interestingly hyper violent superhero game.
Mhm. And does it make you want it more?
It makes me intrigued by it. I think it looks like a good game, but
Mhm.
it is coming out in September. And there's a lot of games coming out in September. Specific there's a lot of games they showed off at the State of Play that are
Mhm.
coming up in September.
Right.
Um, the ones that I think personally look really cool: Blood
Mhm.
of the Dawn Walker on September 3rd,
Okay.
Wolverine September 15th, Control Resonant September 24th, Silent Hill Townfall September 24th, Onimusha Way of the Sword September 25th, and then someone just the Xbox just announced a game for September 25th.
Mhm. Jeez, this is going to be hard.
Yes.
Oh, I didn't realize it. They also announced the Tomb Raider's Legacy of Atlantis. They Crystal
Yes.
Dynamics. And I
I'll
saw that it's taking
get
heat
to that.
because apparently there's AI stuff in it.
Yeah. I'll get to that one. I'll get to that
Mhm.
one.
Okay. All right. All right. All
I
right.
mean, I'm you gotta be on top of this. Until Dawn 2. I'm just on the IGN website so I can just scroll up and down to get the videos.
So am I. Just keep
Okay.
talking
Yeah. So
about
Until
stuff.
Dawn 2 is coming out in 2027. I don't think we got a monthly date, just a year date.
Mhm.
What's interesting is that this is not developed by Supermassive, who did
Uh-huh.
Until Dawn, who did The Quarry, and who does all of the Dark Pictures anthology games. This is by Firesprite, who I
Mhm.
don't know what other games they have done. But this feels like Until Dawn is an IP owned by Sony. And so I think this is Supermassive wanted to go off and make its own thing.
Mhm.
And Sony says, well, because we own Until Dawn, let's get another one of our first party studios to make a sequel. Which I think is a pretty good idea. I like the idea of this type of choose your own adventure, story driven game
Mhm.
expanding beyond Supermassive. because
Mhm.
Quantic Dreams used to make games like this, but they haven't put out a game like this since Detroit Become Human.
Right.
Supermassive has been pumping these out, but it's like you could make a better genre of this. There was that one game that we played on Xbox about the robbery. There's like a hostage situation at a diner. Has Dusk
Right.
Falls or something like that.
Yeah, I think it was.
Um,
It was not in a diner. It was in a hotel, wasn't it?
I forget, but like this is a neat. I like this type of game. This type of choose your own adventure game, especially in the context of a slasher flick like Until Dawn. And so I'm curious. I want to see what they do next.
Right. Right. All right.
And I want to see a new developer try their hand at it. Because one of the interesting things that Supermassive has been able to figure out is when you make a game like this and you have to extend it out for 30 hours, it's hard to have one type of story, slasher story, extend for those 30 hours. So
Right.
the Dog Picture anthology games are shorter, but they're usually like there's a single horror. It's a slasher, it's a ghost, it's a vampire, it's an alien jig. The Quarry and Until Dawn have like two parallel stories going at once. And so it just enables them to like do more and make it a bigger scoped story. It allows them to kill off a character, except that character's not actually dead. They've just been turned into a werewolf. So now they're infected, but they're still alive. So we can keep using them in the story, but there's still a chance they can die.
Right.
And
Well,
so
it's a bit
it's a
like the
good balance.
one that we played about the summer
Yeah,
retreat,
that
the
was the
summer camp.
Quarry.
That was the Quarry. Okay. And then also those something something chronicles.
The Dark
we
Pictures
played.
anthology.
Dark Pictures anthology, right. Yeah. I'm okay with this. But the downsides of these are that I always end up feeling like they're too short and also too long. That they're too short in that when I get to the end of the story, that's it. And then also, I also have this feeling I missed so much because I have
Oh
to
yeah,
go back
because you
and
totally
replay
did.
everything. You did miss so much, and that
Yeah.
I don't know that I want to go through again over and
Then
over
don't.
and over again
Then
to see
don't.
all of. I know, but then
Don't. You
like
don't. Nope.
yeah.
You don't. I have never replayed one of those games a second
Yeah.
time.
I have, and it's awful because you know how it's gonna end. But you
Yeah.
still feel like you're leaving half of like you ate a sandwich and you left half the sandwich on the table because you just didn't ever see the second half of the sandwich. Like
Nah.
you didn't get everything you paid for.
I'm always fine just keeping it as is.
AC Race says, I still maintain Ryan Ezrahler was a boring character in The Quarry. Which
I
one
do
was
not remember
Ryan?
who that is.
I don't remember who that was either.
Was
I
that
remember playing it.
Was that Will Smith's kid? Justin Smith or Justice Smith?
I think it's Justice.
Okay.
Who knows? I don't know.
I liked him.
Care.
He's a good actor. Like Justice Smith, like actually fucking watch that guy. He's good.
Really?
Oh yeah. Anyways, the next one that stood out to me was Stuntman Hollywood, which the video itself, the trailer was just like, hey, here's cars, famous cars from a bunch of famous movies. And then it showed the Stuntman logo.
Mm-hmm.
What I'm most curious about from this is that Stuntman hasn't been a thing since like the PlayStation 2. My memories of Stuntman are nothing but trauma and frustration and anger. Because it's not a racing game. The concept of it is that you're a stuntman driver in a Hollywood scene. So you have to like jump off this ramp, land, and skid around a corner, right?
Mm-hmm.
That's the shot. So you have to drive the car in that way to make that shot. So it's like a Super Meat Boy of driving games where you have this one challenge, just one obstacle, and you have to execute it perfectly. But the Stuntman game I played was fucking brutally difficult. Like,
Yeah.
they demanded inch perfect driving, and I could never get it. So I'd play the same level over and over and over again, getting more and more angry, and then I send it back to Blockbuster, and I was like, I'm never renting this again. I have absolutely no idea what the actual gameplay of this will look like, because this video is all there is.
Mhm.
But there's no way that they can keep that system. There's no way that it can just be, here's one challenge, execute it perfectly. Because that's just a recipe for frustration.
Yeah. Well, especially if they're demanding it to being, that perfect.
Yeah. So I'm more like, it's not a game I will play, but I'm just interested to see what it's like.
Yeah.
What did they do? Did they fix it? And then they showed off more of Tomb Raider Legacy of Atlantis. And this is the remake of the first Tomb Raider game. They
Mhm.
also have a new Tomb Raider game that's set to launch next year. This is the Legacy of Atlantis is the remake of the first adventure. And
Mhm.
like, honestly, it looks good.
Yeah.
Oh no, wait, I'm sorry. This one is coming out February 12th next year,
Mhm.
and the new one I think is coming out the year after.
That makes sense.
But yeah, it's more Tomb Raider. It looks like a fun, schlocky, story-driven single-player adventure game. The kind of game that they don't make anymore unless it's a Chinese developer, or they're
Mhm.
remaking a game from, PlayStation 2 PC era.
Right.
But yeah, this looks fun.
Looks
Looks
fine.
decent.
Yeah.
Yeah. I would totally play it.
Maybe might. Yeah. I don't know. I was never super into Tomb Raider. There was the one Tomb Raider that I played that I thought was really quite good, but honestly, I think that, well, the fact that it's been so long that since we've seen anything Tomb Raider is really hurting this franchise.
See, I think it's been a good break.
Yeah.
Especially because the last Tomb Raider trilogy was really good, but it was also a very different take on Lara Croft and Tomb Raider. Like, it was
Mhm.
very, like, we are gonna put her through some shit. And so similar to Bond, I think it's nice to go from the gritty Lara Croft, take a little bit of break, and then bring back a more, um I don't know what's the word. It's not cartoony, lighthearted. A more lighthearted Lara Croft who's like, no, I'm not going to fight demons and crawl through piles of bones. I'm gonna shoot some fucking dinosaurs
Mhm.
with my dual pistols. It's
Here's
more fun.
something here's something I did notice.
Hmm.
Isn't Sophie Turner supposed to be playing Lara Croft in the
Yeah.
Tomb Raider movie?
Yes.
Why do none of the characters look like Sophie Turner?
Mm.
Normally they do that.
Because this is a remake of the first game. The new game coming out later is gonna look like Sophie Turner.
We know that?
No, I'm making that up right now. That's a world exclusive from the Facts First podcast at GameHounds. You heard it here first.
World exclusive fabrication. All right, so what else?
Let's see. The other one that stood out to me, the Ubisoft is remaking Rayman, but I don't really care about that. Either Onimusha or Control. Both of those games I think look really, really cool. We've
Mhm.
seen um we've seen videos about them before, so nothing that we saw here was really all that new. There's a
Mhm.
demo out for Onimusha, which I am looking forward to playing.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, I think that game looks good. Control Resonant still looks just absolutely stylish as all hell.
Mhm. I am not buying Onimusha.
Onimusha Way of the Sword is the full title. But I
Found
think
it.
what's also interesting is that
No, that's
a
not
lot
it.
of
Keep
the
going.
a
Yeah, I'm
lot of
not
the
finding
big
that. Anyway.
a lot of the big games that they showed at the PlayStation State of Play were all the same kind of game.
Mhm.
Wolverine, third person action game. God of War,
Yep.
third person action game.
Mhm.
Control, Onimusha.
Yeah.
They even showed Phantom Blade Zero, which Phantom Blade Zero was set to come out in September, but thankfully they moved to October. So they're avoiding the train wreck pileup. But yeah, third person action game. But at the
Mhm.
same time, it also shows how variable that genre can be because none of them really look the same. Was that another prophecy? Yeah, me predicting that Sophie Turner is going to be in the new Tomb Raider game. Yes.
And Vice says he loved Onimusha. I hope they don't fuck it up.
Onimusha is really good. There is a demo out, and I want to play the demo because I want to actually see how that game controls. But Capcom has been on a fucking tear lately. And
Mhm.
based on other stuff that they showed off at SGF, they look to continue that streak. Yes, okay. They showed another video for Phantom Blade Zero to announce. All they showed of Phantom Blade Zero, you don't even have to look this up. They just
Okay.
said, "Hey, it's an announcement of an announcement." Because the game got delayed, they're gonna have a deeper dive like in September.
Oh, okay.
Then they showed off more Silent Hill Townfall, which the most interesting thing I think about that, well, other than the fact that it's in Scotland, I believe, and I really like the idea of taking Silent Hill global and
Mhm.
showing other cultures descend into this hell.
Mhm.
But there's a particular focus on analog horror. The guy's going around with like a video camera. There's a lot of CRT TVs and a lot of that kind of CRT static visual effect, which fits with Silent Hill because Silent Hill famously has the static on the radio to tell you that enemies are near. So I think leaning into the analog horror aspect of it is a pretty smart choice.
Mhm.
Unfortunately, this comes out in September.
Yeah,
Vice
September's
says,
gonna be difficult. That's gonna be really hard.
I will never lose faith in the ability of Capcom to randomly fuck it all up, even when they're on a roll. I still remember them trying to install an anti-cheat in Street Fighter V, which turned out to be an accidental backdoor, and then backpedaling when they got called out. Yeah, I got nothing on that. Thankfully, I don't play Street Fighter, so I had nothing
Yeah.
to worry about.
So AC Wraith has officially added to predictions that Nick claims Sophie Turner will be in the next Tomb Raider game.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So,
Yeah, so
the
Townfall looks neat, looks like more Silent Hill. I'm into
yep,
it.
yep.
Dune Awakening is coming to PlayStation on September 22nd. Marvel Tokon Fighting Souls is
Yeah.
coming out in August. Looks like a really cool fighting game. Not for me. And then you gotta bring up
Mhm.
the video for Ill.
Okay.
I don't know what it no, I do know what it is. Normally, I would not be interested in what looks like a hyper violent horror game for the sake of hyper violence. But there's
Mhm.
something about the way it's presented here that looks to me more Evil Dead than Hostile, which is to say that it's not just gore for the sake of gore, it's gore directed with style and skill to be really, really intense. This isn't just like, oh, look at
Oh,
how
no.
violent we can
Oh,
be.
no. Nope, nope, nope. I'm
It's
noping out of that. Oh god, no. Nope.
it's
Not gonna
violent
happen.
in a way that makes you squirm and goes like, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck, oh fuck. But like these enemies come at you and they are disgusting and
Oh
I'm
god.
intrigued. This looks like an Evil Dead video game.
It
And
does.
as a fan of the modern like extreme Evil Dead movies, I'm really looking forward to that. I think this kind of captures the unique level of intensity that those movies do.
Yeah. Oh God. Oh no. Yeah, I can just looking at that is giving me anxiety. So yeah, I could see why you would absolutely love this.
Oh yeah.
Oh my God. Oh,
Like
Jesus
what the
fucking
fuck is
Christ.
that?
What is that? Oh yeah, whoever came up with this is a really not a very nice person. Oh no. Oh my
Did you
God,
did you
babies
say
being
punching
punched. Oh
punching
my
the baby?
God. Yeah.
It's the second
It's so
coming of
over the
Dead
top.
Space.
Yeah, it's so over the top, it's no longer funny. I mean, it's no longer scary. It's almost funny.
See, I feel like it rides that line perfectly to stay on the side of scary. Of like
Yeah,
it's riding that line, but it
it
manages to
definitely is
stay on the
riding that
scary
line.
side.
Okay. So
Uh
I'm looking at this bowl of spaghetti right now and having a real hard time with that after seeing that trailer. Thanks for that.
You're welcome. I try. They showed off a game called The Lost Wild that I think the most interesting thing about it is at first me and everyone else thought that it was a Jurassic Park game, but it's
Mhm.
not a Jurassic Park game, even though it looks like a game about someone sneaking into a dinosaur theme park.
Mhm. Oh, okay. And that's not Jurassic Park. Interesting.
No. Yeah,
So, is it it looks like it's first person. Is it first person or is it third person?
it looked first person, which
Yeah.
again, I think at the previous SGF, they
Mhm.
had a trailer or a teaser for a first person Jurassic Park stealth game. And
Mhm.
so naturally, when everyone saw this, they thought, "Oh, this is Jurassic Park."
Yeah, it looks like Jurassic. It absolutely looks just like Jurassic Park.
Uh-huh. It's like, "Oh, hey, there's a facility.
Mhm.
It's empty. There
There's
are
a car ride with
dinosaurs.
kids in the back seat.
There are dinosaurs roaming around." Except, you notice, what
Mhm.
do these dinosaurs have that Jurassic Park dinosaurs never did?
Wings.
They got feathers.
Yeah.
We are a historically accurate dinosaur game.
Oh, geez. This does look like a Jurassic Park game, but
Right?
it looks good. I'm wondering if they wanted to make a Jurassic Park game and didn't get the rights, didn't get the IP, the license. And so they're like, okay, we'll just make it not a Jurassic Park game, but make a
Yeah.
Jurassic Park game.
Triassic. What's another word for a park?
I don't know. Plaza.
Triassic Plaza.
Hmm.
So yeah, I think that looks neat. It's also like a new IP. It's hey, I'm all for ripping off instead of remaking. Don't make a Jurassic
Hmm.
Park game, rip off a Jurassic Park game.
Oh, me too.
And then they showed some marathon, no rest excuse me. No Rest for the Wicked, the next game from the developers of Ori and the Blind Forest,
Hmm.
is getting a 1.0 release this October. They showed off a trailer for Ace Combat that looks really awesome, but based on me playing Ace Combat
Hmm.
7, I hated that game. That game is so boring. The cutscenes look so awesome, and then the gameplay was so boring.
Really.
Yeah.
Um, so you actually played Ace Combat. I'm surprised. Would
I
not have figured you for that.
I played Ace Combat 7.
Oh, okay. Well,
And
this
like
is
it
Ace
was
Combat 8.
Yeah, and but like it was on sale for $5 and the trailer looked neat, but
Mhm.
God, it was just a lot of flying and then I flying at a guy, oh I missed him, turn around, try to find the target, speed up, okay, I'm following the target, shooting my missiles, I missed, and then he flies away. It's like, okay, let's turn around. Oh, you didn't beat the level in 5 minutes, start over.
Oh, yeah,
Fuck you.
yeah.
Fuck you. Uninstall. I'm out. But like this trailer looks
It does look
cool.
amazing. It does look amazing.
It looks like Gundam but with airplanes.
Mhm.
This is what Top Gun should be. Top Gun should be Gundam but with airplanes.
looks like there's quite a bit of a story to it as well.
There's always a story with Ace Combat. It's just that it's
Oh, is there?
interspersed with like fucking terrible flying levels. Yeah,
Well,
and that's what the PlayStation Showcase was, which I think was a pretty impressive showcase overall between the Lost Wild, Silent Hill, Control, Onimusha, a little bit of Rayman, Tomb Raider.
you were both. I mean, I didn't watch it because I was at work and things were kind of on fire. But you and Andrew both were texting me on a thread, and my phone was blowing up. And all I could see was you guys just really being impressed immediately afterwards, because the summer,
Yeah.
the state of play was first. Immediately afterwards, being very impressed with the strength of overall of what's about to come up from
Yeah,
PlayStation.
I would have wished to see more new things from Sony
Mhm.
first party, specifically because they raised the price of PS Plus, they raised the price of the PlayStation. I forget what else they did. They've had a bunch of like
Bad
bad
news.
stories.
Yeah.
And so part of me was hoping that this would be a moment to come out and say, hey, look, this is why you buy a PlayStation. It's not just God of War. Here's Intergalactic. Here's another new game you haven't heard of. Here's another game. Here's another game. I assume they're saving all that for when they're going to launch the PS6 as a way to like, hey, you should buy a PS6. Here's why.
Right.
But I was hoping that they would make that sales pitch earlier rather than later. And it seems like
Yeah.
as usual, they are playing their cards very close to the chest.
Well, and as they should, because Xbox is not doing that. And I think that that just gives Xbox an opportunity to screw up by saying something that PlayStation can capitalize on.
Yeah, maybe. The Xbox showcase was
That
pretty
has
good.
been their MO ever since the Xbox One. They just let
Yes,
they
that's
just
true.
let Xbox do itself in. As what is it, Book of Five Rings? Who I can't remember who wrote Book of Five Rings, but never stop your enemy from defeating itself, or
Huh.
never stop your enemy from making a mistake. That's where they're
Yeah.
at.
So okay, then do you want to get into Xbox or do you want to get into Summer Game Fest?
Let's do
You
Summer
wanna-
Game Fest because I have that all loaded up and ready to go.
Okay, we will go chronologically.
Okay.
And then continuing chronologically in Summer Game Fest, this IGN website has every video as it came out. Resident Evil Veronica, which is the remake of Resident Evil Code Veronica.
Yeah.
They didn't
Wait
really
a minute.
show.
That's not what I have it being first thing in Summer Games. Oh, wait. Oh, did I go to oh crap. No,
you at
we're at
Summer Game
Summer
Fest?
Game. Yeah, I'm at Summer Game Fest. I'm on IGN. That's not the first thing. It was Final Fantasy Revelation.
No, it's chronological from bottom up.
Oh, okay. Sorry.
Because
Anyway,
FF7 was the last game.
got it. All right. Thank you. All right.
But yeah,
Carry on.
this video doesn't show too much gameplay, and in fact, they spend the first third, not the first third, like 2/3 of the video. Oh, AC Wraith says we skipped Mix, which I don't know Mix. But like we hit the big ones. There's also the PC gaming show that I believe was ongoing as we started. Like we can't hit everything. We kind of gotta pick and choose. So we're sticking with the big three.
Why is this hitching so badly?
Yeah, he says it
Anyway.
was before State of Play. But I also didn't see Mix, so I can't talk about that. But yeah, this video you could skip ahead to like the last 20 seconds because it's a lot of first person exploring this area. What I do think is interesting about this is that this first person style is really reminiscent of the Grace sections in Resident Evil Requiem. And so that makes me wonder if this remake is going to be more first person, because the other remakes, RE2 and RE3, were kind of based around Resident Evil 4, where they were
Mhm.
third-person action games. Well, third-person survival horror games.
Right.
But the fact that this one spends so much time in first person makes me wonder if they're going to go the first person route for this remake, which I think is an interesting choice and kind of fits really well because Code Veronica was a classic horror game, and Resident Evil is kind of at this place where first person signifies horror, whereas third person signifies action.
Mhm.
So yeah, I'm excited for it. All of their remakes have been amazing, like genuinely impressive updates to a game that make it feel modern and relevant.
Mhm.
Then they showed off a new Cuphead project. It's a 2D platformer, which is neat. Kind of all I have to say about that.
Mhm.
They had an official reveal for Alien Isolation 2,
Mhm.
which I'm excited about,
Yeah.
especially because you're leaving a space station and you're going to spend some time on a planet. Not sure like how that is going to feed into everything because so much of the first game was about the alien crawling
Mhm.
around vents and using that to get around. So taking away vents makes me wonder how are they going to control the aliens' movements.
Mhm.
But Alien Isolation, classic survival horror game, like great cult classic, and I'm glad to see it getting a sequel, a decade later.
Yeah. All
Alien,
right.
Alien is like having a bit of a creative renaissance at the moment between the last movie and the FX TV show. Both of those were really good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Then what's really cool is Gen Atlas.
Okay. I saw that.
This is from Fumito Ueda, who did Eco and Shadow of the Colossus and The Last Guardian.
Mhm.
And when you see this game, you definitely see those influences, like
Mhm.
just visually and aesthetically. I have no idea what this game is about. It seems to be something about taking a robot and flying around the robot's head. There's a lot of big robots.
Should I fast forward? Oh yeah, there's a big robot.
No, that's you. That's a tiny robot.
Oh.
That's a big robot.
Oh, there's the big robots. Okay.
Yeah, you can skip ahead some. But like it's a
Okay.
very moody, atmospheric trailer that shows off some exploration in a flying robot head, shows off some combat. Like you're literally third person shooting at some bugs as you speed along in a desert. There's like
Mhm.
fucking kaiju robot melee fights.
Yeah, this actually looks really interesting.
Oh, this looks fucking awesome.
I love that there's a verticality in this
Oh
that I'm
yeah.
not used to seeing in games.
It,
Yeah,
it does
okay.
scope really well. Things
Yeah.
look huge.
Yeah, you don't get a sense of you being the big thing. You're just the
Oh,
little thing among the big things.
update the banner.
Oh,
We
oh, sorry. Thank you. Sorry
are
about that. Sorry.
in. No, we need one for SGF.
I did. It's up. It's on there.
No, that's Xbox Summer Game Fest.
Oh, sorry. No, I screwed up. Hold on a second. I wrote Summer Games Fest. Save. All right.
Oh,
There we go.
also, no, I need to correct you. Keely is very adamant. It's Summer Game
Game
Fest.
Fest.
Even though games rolls off the tongue better and is just a better title overall, Keely is very insistent.
Keely can suck my dick.
Blood Message.
Mm-hmm.
This was a game that we saw, I think it was the last SGF.
Mm-hmm.
And at the time, it looked like basically Chinese Uncharted was like Chinese version of a super cinematic kind of fantasy-based third-person action game. This
Mm-hmm.
one looks way more combat heavy. This trailer looks more combat heavy. Looks more dramatic. It's like all about battles and fighting and like a melee war. But it ends in a way that makes it seem like this is all a prologue to the story. At least that's
Okay.
my opinion, because it kind of ends with that kid has grown up.
Mhm.
And so, okay, maybe that kid is who we're fighting. But like, you could skip ahead to any frame of this trailer, and it looks beautiful. The animation is incredible. It looks intense as hell.
Mhm.
I'm excited for this one.
Yeah.
Like this looks
This looks good.
it
This
it
looks
looks
very good.
great. And part of this might be a cutscene, but like that's such a well done cutscene. I don't care, man. I want to play that movie.
Mhm. Yeah, okay. I'm down for Blood Message. I can see that. And where is this coming out of? Is this
China.
it is a China. I'm not gonna lie. The movies coming out of or the games coming out of China look so beautiful, or aesthetically gorgeous.
I tell you, like that's the next AAA game kind of development hub.
Mhm. It is. It is. Well, I wouldn't even say next. I'm saying kind of is now.
True.
All right.
Then we get Stranger Than Heaven, which is I believe this is a prequel to Yakuza.
Mhm.
I think it's disconnected, but I think it's a prequel to Yakuza.
Mhm.
But they're calling it something different
Peggy
because they kind of
18.
want to have this game stand alone.
Mhm.
Aesthetically, it looks fucking sick as hell. There's a
Mhm.
real Tarantino style to it, the way that it kind of couples. Look, here's a crime story with a bit of a 70s flair to it.
Mhm.
Got a pretty stacked cast of Japanese actors
Mhm.
and Snoop Dogg, and I'll save it for you, but there's a particular reveal at the end of the trailer that's like, wait, are you fucking kidding me?
Yeah, I saw that. I'm like, really?
Oh,
You will
you saw Tupac?
yeah, Tupac's in it.
Yeah.
Also Snoop's there.
Snoop Dogg, yeah. Oh yeah, can you turn on the sound? Can we get a little bit of the music? Because the music is so good.
Let's go back a little bit. Yeah, that's
Like
way over the top.
a jazzy 70s crime Tarantino
Yeah,
thriller. Like,
dissonant kind of
you know
chaos.
what? I'm fucking for it.
Yeah. Yeah.
So yeah, that was
Okay.
good. Hayeks, I don't know if I guess you could show this trailer. I have no idea what this game is about. I have no
Mhm.
idea. It looks like it's multiplayer. Um
When you say I
IGN
think it's Hex or is it Hex?
I, look, man, there's an A in the title. I'm pronouncing every letter. Um
Okay.
IGN says that this is coming from some of the developers behind The Division. And I have no idea what to expect, but like it looks pretty fucking cool.
Yeah, it kind of looks very messed up.
But like it's got a kind of crazy sci-fi in the wilderness vibes.
What was that game that you had me play where it was kind of like a walking simulator in a post-war, you want to say like Poland or something like that, where you start out in the
Oh, Hell is Us?
yeah, and where you have to like destabilize the enemies first before you can actually start doing damage to them?
Yeah, Hell is
Hell is
Us.
Us. This feels a little bit like Hell is Us.
Yeah, it does. It has that same like brutalist architecture
Mhm.
aesthetic to it.
Mhm. And also in brutalist architecture and space weirdness in the woods.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, good visual style. I have no idea about anything else though.
Mhm. We'll see.
Cubes equal sci-fi. That's what we
Yeah,
learned.
cubes are the new hot thing. Maybe we should do Ookie Bookie Spelookie.
That's true. This is a
This is
hit
our year. This is the cube's year.
year of the cube.
The year of the cube. Okay, next one.
They have just a couple quick ones. They had Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles: The Last Ronin,
Mm-hmm.
which we didn't see much about. It was just a teaser trailer. I have not read The Last Ronin, but it's like apparently one of the most critically acclaimed comics of the past couple years.
Really?
Oh yeah, it's people love The Last Ronin.
Hmm.
Not just geeks, but like it's like New York Times top 10 comics of
Really?
something. Like yeah, so The Last Ronin, they're making a game of it, which is cool. Gundam Rogue Orbit
Mm-hmm.
is another one which normally I wouldn't be interested in a Gundam game, but this one kind of looks like Armored Core.
Mm-hmm.
Then the
Out of
other,
Bandai Namco.
yes, the other big one, new one, is a game called Crossfire. This is from some former Call of Duty developers, and for the most part, it looks like a near future military mil
Shooter.
sim third
What a
person shooter.
surprise. What a surprise.
But they go on to emphasize the cover and emphasize how you move behind cover, and talk about how that fundamentally changes your relationship with the environment and becomes an active skill you need to master. I don't know how much of that came through in the trailer because a lot of the trailer was story driven and like showing the characters,
Mm-hmm.
but I like the idea of trying to reinvent the wheel of cover. Like how do you make a cover based shooter in 2026 and
Right.
2027? And we
Right.
see Gears showed us that the new Gears game is kind of just here's some cover. So I'm interested in this one just to see what that specific mechanic is.
Mm-hmm. So
Then
That's No Moon is the studio?
correct.
I thought when I was watching it, because I was scrubbing through the events of the day, I thought they actually had a game called That's No Moon, which I thought it's like, oh, that's mean.
Why does that mean?
Well,
That's
actually,
a
no,
good.
sorry. I was thinking that's Wizard on the Moon or something like that. What was it? What was the Dinkelbach quote?
That wizard came from the moon.
That wizard came from the moon.
No, I think That's No Moon is a Star Wars reference.
Yeah, that's No Moon. Yeah, that's a Star Wars reference. Sorry, I was just thinking that the Destiny reference when I saw that. Anyway.
Yeah, then they announced Guild Wars 3, new MMO,
Mhm.
Virtual Fighter Crossroads, which they didn't show much gameplay of, but had a very elaborate cutscene of people sitting around a table having a conversation. So I don't know much about how that game will actually play, but there was a really good cutscene.
Mhm.
Then an expansion for Mafia: The Old Country,
That looks
and
really good.
yeah, what I'm interested in is 1666 Amsterdam.
Me too. Me too. Oh my god, yes.
I remember
Oh, you
hearing
know what?
about
It
this game.
doesn't have there's no video of it. It's just images.
No, there is. Oh yeah, they're all just images.
It's just screenshots. There's
Oh, but there
Did they
was a
show a
video.
video? All right,
Yes,
I'll
they
find
did.
it.
They did.
Okay.
So okay, history lesson. Patrice Desilets. Desilets? Patrice Desilets. I'm just
Desolate.
gonna assume that's
Mhm.
Desilets. Is one of the original creators of Assassin's Creed. Like the first Assassin's Creed game. He was
She is
the
in the
creative
video game
director of.
Hall of Fame.
He is.
Or sorry, he is. He's in the video game Hall of Fame.
Yeah. After Assassin's Creed, he left Ubisoft to go work on his own game,
Mhm.
and that was 1666 Amsterdam. We haven't heard anything about it. Like we kind of heard rumors about it a couple years after Assassin's Creed, but then everything just kind of fell silent. And it turns out he somehow did it. So he kept pushing for it, and he actually made the game. This obviously takes place in 1666 in
Mhm.
Amsterdam. Third person action adventure game about witches, which is really interesting considering that the next Assassin's Creed is going to be taking place in Salem
Mhm.
and is going to revolve around witches. So this kind of feels like when movie studios put out Deep Impact and Armageddon in the same year. And it's
Mhm.
like, oh, okay, someone, I forget who's publishing this, but someone saw Ubisoft working on a witch Assassin's Creed game and thought, hey, let's get the old Assassin's Creed guys which game made. And there is a demo for this out on Steam right now. So you can check this out. Oh,
Let me
actually,
do that after the show today.
I don't think it's a demo. I believe it is early access.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, I want to check that out too because I'm interested in whatever he does. I still have a deep soft spot for the first Assassin's Creed game. And so I want to see
Because that's
the next
how many
game.
years ago was that?
It was 2008.
Yeah, it's like almost 20 years ago, which is insane to me. So when did he start working on 1666?
Oh God, I don't know. I remember hearing about this.
The prologue is available on Steam right now. The fact that Assassin's Creed is going to Salem, I'm certain has everything to do why this game is being put out and made finally and released. In the
Okay,
same way that, as soon as Windrose comes out at the same time as
the Black
Black
Flag
Flag.
remake.
Yeah.
So I guess he left Ubisoft in 2010 and was working at THQ Montreal on
Mhm.
1666 Amsterdam for 2
Mhm.
years with a small group of 50 people. Then THQ declared bankruptcy.
Mhm.
THQ Montreal was sold to Ubisoft. Ubisoft's first action after buying THQ was to fire Patrice and keep the 1666 Amsterdam
Oh,
IP.
what a dick. Oh my God, what a dick move.
Following this, Desolate and Ubisoft came to an agreement in April 2016 in which Desolate won back the creative rights to 1666 Amsterdam.
Oh, wow, this story is almost better than the game story. I want I want this game only because of the fact that it's like this guy left to make the new game. The old company came and bought out his company and took the IP from him and fired him so he couldn't make the game anymore. Then
Yeah,
he,
there's a
after
petty
years of
there.
working to get this game back from them, finally gets this game back from him. And now it makes sense why. Okay, it was 2010 that he got it back.
2010 that he left Ubisoft.
Sorry, right?
2013 when Ubisoft bought THQ Montreal, and 2016 when he got the creative rights back to 1666.
So the question is he releasing 1666 because Assassin's Creed is releasing Salem? Or is
Maybe?
Ubisoft releasing Salem because they found out he's releasing 1666?
I mean,
Because there's definitely bad blood there.
there
There's
is.
definitely bad blood.
I don't think Ubisoft cares because Assassin's Creed is huge and Patrice is not. Like, let's be honest. We like this story, but Assassin's Creed is like one of the biggest gaming franchises in the industry. Patrice Desolé is not a household name. 1666 is not a franchise. It's a new IP.
But people can be petty as fuck. And
I think if Ubisoft is releasing Hexe around the same time as 1666, it's not because they're afraid, it's because they're petty and they just want to crush the other Witch game.
right. That's what I
more
mean.
likely.
That's
more
what I
likely.
think. I think that this is pettiness. This is pettiness. Somewhere along the line, somebody's being petty. The question is, which one is it? And I'm all for it. I'm
But yes,
all for the drama.
I hope this game is good.
Mhm.
Because there's every possibility. I also saw, looking at his Wikipedia, his last game was Ancestors: The Humankind Odyssey, which was kind of an infamously weird game where
Yeah.
you play as a monkey and you kind of have to just explore your environment and slowly evolve.
Mhm.
Very weird game. Didn't do well. So there's every possibility that this could flop. But I'm hoping for the best. I like Patrice and yeah.
AC Ray says,
it's a cool
latch on
setting.
now. This is the only Assassin's Creed meta story we get anymore.
No, we still get Assassin's Creed meta stories. They're just really fucking bad.
Yeah.
Oh. But man, Ubisoft used to be progressive. They used to be brave. They were like, hey, guess
They
what?
used to be the little guy punching up.
Guess what? The Supreme Court, all Templars, Citizens United, conspiracy to give corporations more power so that the Templars could more easily rule society.
Yep.
If you had a Assassin's Creed meta story about the Templars and Assassins today, you could do so fucking much with that. It's so ripe, but they're off with like some gods and monsters story.
Yeah. Well, they stopped making smart games. They just started making dumb games.
Yeah. Speaking of possibly dumb game,
Mhm.
Saw Genesis was announced.
Yeah, I saw that.
And normally for the most of the trailer, I was intrigued. I thought, hey, a Saw game. Okay, I could be into this. But it's a 3v1 multiplayer game.
Mhm.
So it's basically Dead by Daylight.
Oh, okay.
And I don't know. That kind of made me lose interest. Lords of the Fallen 2 was announced.
Mhm.
Looks really good.
Yeah.
Looks there's like you can put the video of this one up. There's a really
I'm doing it
cool
right now.
picture of like an angel, but
Mhm.
the wings of the angel, all the feathers are human arms.
Ooh,
So
that's kind of messed up.
it's got some. Lords of the Fallen is a really good, again, like I said, ripoff, don't remake. It is a
Mhm.
great Dark Souls ripoff.
Oh, there it is.
Does that
Oh, that's
what
kind of messed up.
what
Oh,
a
yeah.
freaky little angel.
Yep.
What I'm most impressed by is that they remade Lords of the Fallen not too long ago. It was only like 2 years ago when
Mhm.
they released Lords of the Fallen, and it was like the first big Souls like. It was the first game other than Dark Souls to do the Dark Souls thing. Then like several years later, they did a like complete overhaul remake of that first game, and it was pretty good. But that was only 2 years ago. So to
Mhm.
see them come out so fast with Lords of the Fallen 2, that's kind of an impressive turnaround time.
Yeah. Yeah. Well, I mean, where was this C Games come out of?
Eastern Europe somewhere.
Okay. I was thinking it might be Asia because, of course, they can.
Polish.
Oh, it's Polish.
Yeah.
Interesting. Okay. Yeah, that is surprising that they're doing that. But more power to them. Good old Poland, man. They're not afraid to back their games. The government backing their games and backing their game makers.
Yeah. Oh, I guess no, that's the publisher.
Mm.
The developer is Hexworks.
And they're out of.
I think they're out of Poland as well.
Okay. All right.
Unfortunately, they don't have a Wikipedia page.
Okay. So small, very small enough they don't even have a Wikipedia page.
Yeah.
All right.
But yeah, Lords of the Fallen 2 looks sick. Star Wars Zero Company. This is the Star Wars XCOM game. And unfortunately, this is coming out August 27th, which is pretty close to September.
Yeah.
So this gets lumped in with the other September games. Yeah, it's Star Wars XCOM. I feel like it's a neat trailer that shows off some gameplay, shows off some story, but I have to see a review of this, right? This is the kind of game where you will never get a real sense of how it plays by watching it.
Nope.
You need to watch someone play through an entire level in order to get a better sense of the abilities, how the abilities interact with each other, how the teammates interact with each other, the way the levels are designed. All of that is execution dependent. And so while I'm interested in this, and I hope it's good, this is a wait and see game.
Mm-hmm. Agreed. Also, anything Star Wars makes me nervous. The potential for screw up is large with this.
But
So
I love that now that we are out of the dark times of EA having the sole Star Wars video game license and making 3 games, all of which are shooters.
this is an EA game. Don't forget that. This is an EA game.
Is it?
Mm-hmm.
No. Oh. It is. Developed by Bit Reactor. Bit
Mm-hmm.
Reactor and Respawn. Published by EA.
Oh.
Yum.
Let's see, where
Well,
did it?
yeah. In the early aughts, around the time of
Mm-hmm.
around the time
There
of
it
The
is.
Force
Bit
Awakens.
Reactor and Electronic
Yeah.
Arts.
Yeah. EA did nothing with this IP. Like
No.
they really squandered it. And
Mm-hmm.
I'm glad to see that it getting some variety between this and the racing game.
Mm-hmm.
Star Wars is better when it can be a little goofy.
Right.
Not necessarily goofy, but like, don't just put out first person shooters.
Peggy
There's so much
18.
more you can do.
Yeah. Yeah.
And AC Wraith says modern XCOM is naming units after people and then having them get killed or captured. No, man. Edie from GameHounds fucking saved the world. With her dual shotgun ability, you stormed into like the enemies at the last level. And then you became a psychic and were even more dangerous. And then you're the one that eventually had to sacrifice herself to save the world, defeat the alien menace.
Yeah, if you're not following, Nick played XCOM, and he named all of his XCOM characters after the co-host on GameHounds. And apparently my character was the one that made it all the way to the end.
Yeah, well, I think everyone made it to the end, but you became dangerous. Goalie was a heavy with like a big gun. You were a running gun shotgunner, and I don't know, the running gun shotgunner just kind of became overpowered.
AC Ray says, read the previous line. He says, where's the XCOM tension with the defined cast? Modern XCOM naming units after people and then having them get killed or captured. Where is it?
I don't know if it is a defined cast because there's a moment in the trailer where it does the classic, a bunch of people run towards the screen and then it keeps cutting and you see like a different main character in each cut. So that makes it seem like at the very least, maybe you're creating your own character. It's it's a character creator game, not a defined protagonist with a set look. I don't know. Like
Only
I said,
one way to know.
it's all execution dependent.
And was this isn't, no, yes, this is the one that's coming out at the end of September and falling into that, end of
End of August.
August. So it's falling into that September window. Okay.
Yeah.
That's a tough window to be in right now. I don't think it's gonna, I think it might suffer.
Speaking of that window, SGF also showed off some Blood of the Dawnwalker.
And I'm all about this game. I
Actually,
really am.
I need to like rewind a bit.
Come in.
Because the trailer they showed for Blood of the Dawnwalker at the State of Play. Oh. No, I guess this is SGF. This trailer that they're showing for Blood of the Dawnwalker, this is a delivery guy. This is a modern day delivery guy. Everything they've showed about Blood of the Dawnwalker is like medieval times.
Right.
After this trailer came out, the developer has specified Blood of the Dawnwalker takes place entirely in medieval times. This trailer that you're seeing here is like a teaser for whatever they're doing next.
Oh, I see.
They're teasing the sequel before the first game is out.
Oh, wow. Well, either way, I'm all about it.
I am intrigued by Dawnwalker. I think it's a cool premise. The idea that it's kind of a Dead Rising situation where characters will give you a mission and say, "Hey, do this in 2 days." And if those 2 in-game days pass and you don't complete that mission,
Peggy 18.
it's gone. Like, hey, you
Mhm.
failed it. So there's a cool
Oh,
give and take of
here's the
time there.
the actual one that's in medieval times, I think. This is the medieval time one. Oop.
Yes, this
Yeah.
looks more medieval.
Yeah, this is the other one. So the other one was a teaser for the
A,
prequel, and this is
no,
the actual teaser for the game.
a teaser for whatever they're doing next.
Okay.
I guess it's a tease that they have larger plans for this IP.
Yeah.
They're thinking ahead.
Yeah. Well, good for them. I'm glad that well, it means that they're committed to the IP, which is
Yeah.
a nice thing that they're actually committing to it before this game is out, simply because they're committed now. That you don't have to, that it's, well, I mean, anytime they could always pull the plug on anything.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
But that, and the fact that this is coming out in that window has me a little concerned. But I have always been interested in this game.
Yeah.
So I'm just hoping that it lives up to my expectations.
Yeah.
Yeah. September 3rd. So it's early.
It's
in
at
that
least first
September
one
window.
in that window, which I think
Well,
gives it
other
an
than
advantage.
the Star Wars XCOM, that's actually the first one in that window, which is the week
Yeah, but I
before.
also feel like that's a little different audience.
Yeah.
But I guess
Come in.
actually on that, I don't know what's next, but skipping ahead a little bit on
The Among
the
Us
topic
is the next one.
though of
Yeah.
committing to an IP, I want to skip ahead to Stellar Blade Blood Rain
Okay.
because wait,
Uh-oh. Everything okay? I'm not looking at you right now.
yes, I just had to burp, so I
Oh,
went to mute.
thanks. All right, good for you.
But I
You're
believe
classy.
I thought I saw somewhere
Mm-hmm.
that this game had a different developer than the first one. But apparently it will be published by Shift Up's new publishing division. The first
Mm-hmm.
Stellar Blade was published by Sony, has a PlayStation exclusive. But Stellar Blade will be published by Shift Up, and so it will go to all consoles and PC.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, this was a sequel to Stellar Blade, and the reason that I thought it was by a different developer is because, again, Stellar Blade came out in 2024. So if this is coming out next year, that's the 3 years for a sequel. That's like 360 era speed of game development.
Right.
That's crazy. You know, I
Well,
thought
they were
we live
probably working on the sequel before they released the first one.
and
They committed to it.
they committed to it, like apparently the Blood of the Dawnwalker is, which I got to give them kudos, because having a sequel out 3 years after the first is just an impressive turnaround time.
Mm-hmm.
When you consider that, you know, God of War was like 6 years.
Mm-hmm.
No, when was Ragnarok?
God
God of War Ragnarok
was it 2020?
is 2022.
Okay, so 4 years.
Yeah. So yeah, God of War 2018 is 2018.
Mm-hmm.
God of War Ragnarok 2022. So yeah, in theory, oh yeah, we never mentioned that the new God of War game is called Lafay. God of War Lafay, Luffy, something along those lines.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, 2027 to 2028 turnaround time for God of War is also impressively fast. Are we entering an era of fast game development again, where we don't have to wait 7
Maybe.
years for
Maybe.
a sequel?
I think that that's unfair to characterize. I think some games you're going to have 3 years, some games you're going to have 2 years, some games you're going to have every year, and some games you're going to have to wait 7 years. Or some games you're going to have to wait 19 years. I'm looking at you, Beyond Good and Evil 2.
It doesn't exist. It's not coming out.
But
yeah.
The Wolf Among Us 2 is coming out.
Okay, we'll get into that actually. We can do that next. We're just jumping around. Anyways, watching that trailer made me want to play Stellar Blade again, because it was a good game. It was one of those games like Wu Ching Fallen Feathers that was kind of sold on, hey, look at this sexy lady kicking
Mhm.
ass. But then when you play the game, you realize, oh, this actually plays really well. This is a good game.
Mhm.
And then all of the people who decry woke games media will hate this game because it has a sexy lady in it. And then everyone gave it good reviews.
Yeah, no, peop I hate people. I really hate
Yes.
people.
But we're not talking about that anymore. We're talking about Wolf Among Us.
Hmm. Tell me
So yeah,
more.
there's not so much to say other than that this game exists, which is
Mhm.
kind of a news story in and of itself, because
Yeah,
this is developed by the new Telltale.
right.
Telltale was infamously like big in the aughts, then kind of crashed and went under, and
Just
was then
beyond crashed, imploded spectacularly.
yeah, and then someone else bought the studio, but kind of rebuilt it from the ground up. So this is not the
Mhm.
same Telltale, um, but it looks like the Wolf Among Us.
Looks like The Wolf Among Us. Look, if they just do The Wolf Among Us 2, making it an extension of the story from The Wolf Among Us, it will be fine. We don't need a whole new way of doing gameplay. We just need another good story in the Wolf Among Us universe.
Yeah.
That's all we need. It is honestly one of the easiest games in the world to make a sequel of because we're not looking for entirely different gameplay. We're just looking for more story.
Well, except that story's hard. Writing is difficult.
Yeah, but it's not as hard as having to like make major changes to your engine and change the way that the gameplay is working and all that other stuff.
I
That's
mean,
not the
they
same thing.
they probably did. It's been long enough that they
Well,
probably had
yeah,
to
they
start from the
obviously
ground
did
up.
have to do a new
Yeah.
engine because yeah, the generations we're 2 generations past because I played that on the 360.
Yeah.
So we're 2 generations past. They obviously did need to make a new engine, but they didn't have to reinvent the wheel as far as, well, what if we do this and what if we do this and what if we do No, just write a good story and just update the engine. You're fine. You'll be good.
I'm This game, though, I think does have a big hill to climb, because this is coming from the new Telltale.
Right.
But all of the ex Telltale people went to make, I forget the studio name, but they made the game Dispatch, which
Right.
came out last year, which was very much a superhero, like a superhero dispatcher game.
Mhm.
But it was that same type of choose your own adventure, character driven, uh just superhero game. Dispatch, though, was awesome. I watched it more than I played it, but it looked incredible, had incredible acting, incredible writing, and yeah, this game it has a lot to live up to being compared to Dispatch.
Right. Uh, AC Ray says, ouch, I was just explaining how it's weird other countries have a generic American concept when the losing voting population alone is many times their entire population. Now Edie hates all people.
What?
Yeah.
How it's weird other countries have a generic American concept.
When the
Mm.
losing voting population alone is many times their entire population
Oh, the losing voting population in America is many times the entire population of other
of their
countries.
countries. Right.
Okay, yes.
I hate all people. It's just, varying degrees of how much I hate you. I hate Nick much less than most human beings. AC Wraith, I really hate you less than anybody else. For all
Well,
you guys here, I hate you less. That's why I come here every Sunday instead of hanging out there with people because I hate you so much less than I hate them.
if you hate us, you could always murder us in Among Us.
No, I can't because Among Us is now a single player experience.
Yeah, there's a narrative-driven single-player experience in the Among Us universe. It's
Mhm.
called Among Us On Guard,
Which I
and
love the name. Is it On Guard or On Guard?
it is. And also there's a TV show. on
Yes.
Amazon Prime, an animated TV show, very similar to Cuphead, strangely enough, in which the episodes are apparently like 15 minutes each.
Mm-hmm. I should watch that.
I would watch that. The little trailer that they showed in SGF was cute and funny,
Mhm.
right? I don't want a prestige Among Us show. I want something that's 15 minutes and goofy as hell.
Mhm.
And that's what it looked like. It had a
Yep.
stacked cast of comedians.
Oh, good. That's awesome.
Yeah. Oh, I forget who. I know Patton Oswalt is one of them.
Does it
Oh,
listed in there?
it's not on IGN. Oh, who is the cast? I know the black woman from Community is another one of the voices.
Let's see.
Among Us TV show. Come on, IMDb will have us. Okay. Patton Oswalt, Ashley Johnson of Critical Role.
Critical Role.
Randall Park, Elijah Wood, Liv Hewson from Santa Clarita Diet,
Mhm.
Yvette Nicole Brown
From Community.
from Community, Dan Stevens from The Weirdo
believe it-
from all of your favorite movies.
Right. Also, from Downton Abbey.
He's in Downton Abbey?
He is the main character, one of the main characters of
Really?
Downton Abbey. Oh, yes.
I know him as the lead in the FX X-Men show that wasn't called X-Men Legion.
Mm-hmm.
He was in Legion. He was in Cuckoo, which is a great horror movie. I think he was in an alien movie. He always plays a fucking weirdo, but he's so compelling as a fucking weirdo.
Yeah. Yeah. No, he's
Anyways.
actually not a weirdo at all. He is the really, really, really nice guy in Downton
Oh, I
Abbey.
assume that's crazy.
He's
Yeah,
the-
Wayne
he-
Knight, Deborah Wilson. I'm just a big fan of Dan Stevens in general.
He's the heartthrob of Downton Abbey. I'm trying to pull up, like stills from him in Downton Abbey.
Really? Oh, The Guest. He was in The Guest.
In The Guest. Yes.
is a great movie.
It is.
Oh, he
Yeah,
was
there he
in he was the Beast. He was the Beast in the live action Beauty and the Beast remake.
Oh, really? That makes sense.
God, all the stuff I've seen him in, he's been like just a little off. So to
Yeah.
hear him play like a classic heartthrob character.
Oh,
in Downton
classic
Abbey,
heartthrob character. Classic heartthrob character who,
that's hilarious.
spoiler alert for Downton Abbey, dies. Like after many seasons of this blossoming romance, essentially the whole Downton Abbey starts with him coming on the scene because he is the last male heir to the Downton family. There are no other male heirs. And so he's going to marry the daughter of the Lord of Downton, even though he's a cousin, so that he can preserve the family being in there. It's to the family staying there, the Lord's family. They're distant enough cousins that they bring him in and they're going to get married. And she hates him and he's a nice guy. And he's like, I have no idea. I had no idea if this is going to happen. How is it that I'm inheriting this estate? But he's the last because the only previous heir died on the Titanic. So he's the next in line, but he's like a distant cousin. They had to hunt him down to bring him to Downton to essentially groom him to become the new Lord Downton. And he's going to marry the daughter. And she is not happy about this at all. And they, over the course of many episodes, fall in love with each other. And it is like this, main story of this love quest. If they finally are married, they're in love, they have a baby, and he dies in a car crash. And it upends everything. So there is an heir now because he had his son.
Yeah.
But yeah, and Dan Stevens essentially gets written off the show, and then it goes on for like 3 or 4 more seasons of where everybody's trying to run Downton Abbey for this baby as the baby's growing up. Anyway, yeah.
That's
And that's how I got my first introduction to Dan Stevens.
that's
Only
hilarious.
since then that he's become like the weirdo.
Because he was in The Guest, where he kind of played just a threatening guy who's like, "Oh, I was in the military with your son, and I came. He died, but he saved my life, so I'm gonna come to his family and just say like, hey, your son was awesome, but there's a little something off about him. It's a little weird." Great movie. Abigail, The Legion, The Ritual, Eurovision Song Contest, Apostle, Cuckoo.
Oh yeah,
all-
Eurovision. Forgot about that one.
All movies where he just like plays a guy who's just a little crazy.
Right, or a little evil.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
That's hilarious. I gotta watch Downton Abbey.
you do have to watch Downton Abbey.
Rachel has been asking to watch Downton Abbey.
It's a really, really good show, and I will happily watch it with you. I will rewatch that whole thing all over again because it is
Okay.
so good.
But now that we've
good.
segued into the Dan
Ah,
Stevens
And
podcast,
it will break your heart the day Maggie Smith has died because she is so.
well, now you're spoiling everything.
Well, what? No, Dame Maggie Smith died.
Mm.
The actress died. That's not a spoiler. She is actually, that's the name of the actress, Maggie Smith, and she is a dame. She's not a character. She's Dame Maggie Smith.
Spoiler, next you're going to tell me Elvis is dead.
Fun fact, Tupac in that video game, he's dead too.
Tupac's alive.
Tupac is alive.
Anyways, so yeah, continuing with Capcom, they showed off a trailer for Monster Hunter Wilds Ascendance, which is a big expansion for Monster Hunter Wilds. They did the same thing for Monster Hunter World. Looks really, really cool. I just kind of wish that I enjoyed playing Monster Hunter, but I really don't.
Me either. I really tried to like it, but I just don't like it. Chaos loves it.
Yeah.
And I understand a lot of people love it. It was so not my game.
Like mad respect for it. It looks awesome. Like it looks really good.
Yeah.
And then they had a game. Oh, excuse me. Called Clutch.
Yeah.
Which is from former developers of Forza Horizon. And we got a story trailer for this racing game.
Oh wait, Clutch? Oh, you're gonna bypass Hot Wheels Infinite Rush?
I was gonna kind of talk about them at the same time.
Okay, but let's do Clutch first because Clutch looks actually way more interesting.
Yeah, Clutch is a story-driven racing game. We don't get story-driven racing games. The story in racing games is always, hey, go race.
Yeah.
And that's it. This is like actually deeply narrative driven about a guy who is a race car driver who also does like some illegal stuff on the side. Like, I don't know if he's I wasn't sure if he was a getaway driver or like a drug mule or something, but he's definitely doing some illegal driving shit on the side of his legal driving job. Oh, I'm sorry. It's about family.
AC Ray says it's about family, Nick.
all driving stories are about family.
It's like the Fast and the Furious.
Yeah, but like we saw a lot of this story trailer. We didn't see any driving. Like all the driving that you see looks like it's cutscenes driving. None of it even looks like gameplay with the UI sanded off.
Right.
It's all in game, to be fair, but none of it is like playable in game. But the one thing I would be very interested in this, except that it's an open world racing game.
Oh.
And I fucking hate open world racing games.
Yeah. Ever since, what was it? Sunset Overdrive?
Burnout Paradise?
Burnout Paradise, that's what it was.
And like Burnout Paradise,
that was the one that killed me on open world racing games.
Burnout Paradise is good, but all the other Burnout games are better.
So much better. Yeah. And I was really looking forward to it because I love Burnout games, and that was the one that came out and kind of broke my heart. And then I never really followed up on any other ones.
That was the last one too.
Yeah.
But then Hot Wheels is similar, where Hot Wheels looked like a pretty good arcade racing game. It looked a little goofy, but it looked interesting. But it's apparently an open world Hot Wheels racing game.
Mm-hmm.
All
Which
all racing games have
it's
to
like
be open world.
Lego. It's a Lego game, but it's Hot Wheels, not Legos.
But why
Lego
does it have to
racing.
be open world? Why does everything have to be open world?
I don't know. It's a thing. They'll get over it eventually.
Yeah.
Well, I think a lot of people, I think you and I are in the minority of liking open world racing games. That's why.
I definitely am in the minority. Look, Forza Horizon apparently sold like 5 million copies on PlayStation. I was
Mhm.
not one of those people because
Mm-mm.
I don't like an open world game, but yeah. I'm in the minority. This looks cute though.
Yeah. Looks fun.
Yeah. They showed Attack on Titan 3, which mainly just served to remind me that I should really go back and watch Attack on Titan.
Yeah, I really should too.
Power World. Power World is hitting 1.0 on July 10th. That was the big announcement. I kind of forgot that Power World existed, but
Yeah.
I'm glad to see that it's still around despite Nintendo's best efforts.
Yeah. It did its best. It tried really hard, but somehow David defeated Goliath.
Yep. Power World lives. And yeah, I'm glad to see that.
Yeah, me too.
And then we'll skip over Street Fighter DLC characters to Final Fantasy VII Revelation.
That was the big announce.
Yeah.
Oh, you don't want to talk about Stiller? Well, you always talk about Stiller Blade. Okay, yeah, Final Fantasy. Do you want to look at the gameplay, or do you want to look at the reveal trailer?
Either? Were there multiple?
Yeah, they have a 5-minute official gameplay trailer and the 2-minute official reveal.
Show the gameplay. Whatever. Show the gameplay. Right. Let's see how it happens. Yeah, this is a conclusion to the Final Fantasy remake trilogy, which, like, hey, you fucking did it. You remade Final Fantasy as a trilogy of big budget games, and it looks like you're going to be able to complete it, which is kind of awesome.
Yeah.
This game, the last game, Rebirth, got a lot of negative criticism because it was apparently filled with a lot of side stuff that wasn't very good. It suffered from what a lot of middle chapters do, in that it's not a beginning, it's not an end, and a lot of that game kind of felt like wheel spinning. I've not played it. I really liked Final Fantasy VII Remake. So before this comes out, I will have to go play Rebirth. But what I like about what I see here is that at a certain point in Final Fantasy VII, there's like this big global change where these giant fucking kaiju basically start attacking the world because it's the Earth defending itself from people. That's in the original game. That's just kind of a side quest because, hey, it's just, hey, look, these are some really big, powerful bosses that you can go fight if you want to. It's like the equivalent of endgame content. This looks like it is centering the entire game around that idea, around the fact that you're going to have these big ass monsters attacking the world. And to see that is really, really cool because they're kind of taking what feels like a big climactic moment and making that the big climactic moment, like making a game around this big kind of end of the world scenario. And it's nice to see them giving that end of the world scenario kind of the stakes and the scope that it deserves instead of just making it side content.
Yeah.
Yeah. We still haven't seen a weapon in this video.
Yeah, for a gameplay trailer, it doesn't have a lot of gameplay.
No, this is all gameplay.
Oh, is it? Oh gosh.
Yeah. This is a fight.
Oh,
But I'm
well,
looking
that
for
is a
the
fight. Finally got to the gameplay part, but the other part of it was a lot of cutscenes.
I'm looking for the big kaiju monsters. Oh, there we go. There's one of them.
Well, let's see if I can fast forward along to the kaiju.
Yeah, and the combat
Mm,
I think continues to be a really impressive mix of real time and turn based.
yeah.
They found a good balance of that in 7 Remake, and they've kind of refined it over the
Mm-hmm.
games.
There we go. I think this is one of the kaiju. There it is.
Yep.
Yeah, these weapons look awesome. So, yeah, you're excited about this.
Yeah, it's a epic conclusion to the trilogy, and I remember when they first announced Remake and they said, "Hey, we're going to make a trilogy of these." There was a lot of doubt that they could pull it off.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Well, they certainly have. Looks gorgeous.
Yeah.
Looks gorgeous. AC Ray said, "I've still never seen a Fast and Furious movie." Good for you.
Oh, don't say that. They're fine movies. Although what you should do, watch the Fast and the Furious, and then watch Furious X, Fast X, whatever the last one is, and don't watch anything in between, because that's that's like how the fuck did we get from A to Z?
Okay. All right.
Because the first movie is just like a ripoff of Point Break.
I think I saw the very first movie many, many, many years ago and was like, okay, I don't need to see it again.
Yeah, it is a solid little crime thriller,
Mm-hmm.
and then somehow became a $1 billion box office franchise.
I don't know how that happened. I really don't. But good for Vin Diesel. Good man.
Mm-hmm.
All right. So that
Okay.
was the end of Summer Game Fest. Then there
Yes.
was the Xbox Games Showcase.
Yes, and they started with the trailer for Gears of War, but they also ended with a deep dive into Gears of War. So I'm going to skip Gears of War at first
Mhm.
and just go to the new trailer for Fable, which for the longest time I was watching going, what is this? Oh, wait. He says, I've still never played a Final Fantasy either.
Oh, well, that's a shame.
Eh,
That is a shame.
those games are really good. But yeah, the new trailer for Fable has Haley Atwell has this witch, and she kind of goes on a monologue about, oh, I'm trying to like make the world better by killing all the bad people, something along those lines, like
Hmm.
villain shit.
Hmm.
But I'm watching this trailer, going, okay, this is interesting. This looks like a pretty cool dark fantasy game. What
Mhm.
is this?
This is very different than the Fable that we saw before.
Oh,
Very different.
you mean the comedy game?
Yeah.
The joking, goofy comedy game where they made a point about how you could kill a giant and its rotting corpse would bring down the housing prices
Right.
around it?
And that the female protagonist is not very good looking.
Yeah.
Just an average looking gal. Is not,
Like
I
you
shouldn't say
could,
not that she's not very good looking, is an average looking person.
yeah.
Yeah.
And yeah, you can skip ahead through some of this to see they show off some gameplay, but all of it looks dark and serious and foreboding.
Mhm.
And it's like, oh,
Yeah. Oh, I remember those doors. Those doors were always
I don't.
oh, I do. They were always so acerbic. They were demeaning to you.
Yeah, I'm
Yeah,
watching
this
this
does
going,
not look this is looks so serious.
yeah, and I'm watching this going, okay, this looks pretty interesting. I like what I'm seeing. I don't know what game this is, but this looks pretty cool. And then it shows Fable.
Yeah,
What?
right. But
So,
it feels like this is not Fable. This is not Fable.
mhm. So
So
I'm curious what this game actually ends up
Yeah.
being.
Yeah. It really it seems like an interesting game, but it doesn't seem like a Fable game. I don't understand. I don't understand. You might as well have put a racing game in and called it Fable.
Yeah.
That would have made about as much sense. So we'll see. So yeah, February 23rd. That's the new date for it.
Which, hey, you know what? It got out of the crash zone of September and the crash zone of
October.
November.
November, yeah. Well, yeah, that was in the crash zone. We talked about that last week, that they said that they had moved off November now that it seemed like, yes, GTA really is going to be releasing in November, that they were the last ones standing and finally blinked and said they were moving to February, but they didn't say what. And it's now officially, what was it, February 23rd?
Yeah. So, yeah. I don't know what to think about that game, but it looked neat.
Yeah,
Um,
either one of those games looks neat, but one of them looks like a Fable game and one of them doesn't. So I'm kind of curious to know which one it is.
Yeah. They showed off a trailer for Halo Campaign Evolved and talked
Mhm.
about 3 new missions, including one with space combat. And it looks good, but it also
Mhm.
looks like the Halo campaign.
Right.
And I've played the Halo campaign multiple times.
Yeah.
I feel like I'm kind of part of and like it's weird to say because Sony was showing off God of War, but
Mhm.
I'm looking at Xbox and it's like, okay, we got a big thing is Halo and Gears of War. And I
Mhm.
feel like Halo and Gears of War are a bit more outdated than God of War is. God
Yes.
of War 2018 updated the franchise and like kind of refreshed what it is in a way that Resident Evil has done multiple times to kind of keep itself relevant.
Mhm.
Um, but Halo has never done that. I guess they tried doing it with Infinite by making it open world. But I think that kind of detracted from it.
It did.
And Gears 4 and 5 were both solid games, but they ended on a cliffhanger and now they do a prequel that doesn't bring up that cliffhanger. So I don't know.
Mhm.
Rick Review said, "You know what? I would like to see a reboot of Colony Wars from PS1."
I never played that. Uh-oh. Nick's gonna sneeze again. 2, 3, 4, 5. He had a 7 sneeze earlier.
Ah,
Something's really attacking your nose, dude.
mm-hmm. I said they go on a quest to find out why all of the lattes in the land have gone cold. That actually sounds like a quest in Fable.
That does. That's why
I
I
would
liked
believe that.
Fable.
Oh,
Fable had a sense of humor, and if
thank
they
you.
get rid of the sense of humor,
Well, we
that
know
will be
that
a
they
shame.
haven't because the other trailers were all comedy focused.
Right, but they took such hell for those trailers. I'm wondering if they shifted the
I
focus
don't
of the
think
game
so. I
now.
thought people generally liked those trailers.
Mm.
Anyways,
Well,
a new trailer for Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy,
mhm,
which is a spin-off side story prequel to A Plague Tale. And it's interesting because A Plague Tale was a stealth game. Um, it was all about hiding from people. At most, you could kill someone by throwing a rock at them. What's that called? A slingshot.
mhm,
Like using a slingshot to hit someone in the head. But for the most part, there's like a plague, a sea of rats, and you would kill people by they'd walk around with a torch and you'd throw something at the torch to put the light out, and then they would get consumed by rats. But it was a very stealth focused game of you running from people, hiding from people, and avoiding these evil supernatural rats.
mhm.
This game is not that because
Oh,
you play as a lady and this lady fucking kills people. Like this lady is a fucking warrior to a degree that's like really impressive to see. Oh, I
I
gotta
will
get
move
to some
forward.
combat sections because she stabs some fools. Oh, she gets up in there and just like with a knife.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah, this does not look like a Plague Tale. That's 2 games. It's like, really? This does not look like anything like the prequel.
But at least like this is called Resonance: A Plague Tale Legacy.
Yeah.
So it's like what's taking place in the same world, but it's purposely branding itself different.
Mhm.
So that makes sense. Like I'm not looking at this thinking, "Oh, this doesn't look like a Plague Tale," because
Where's
it's
the rats? I don't
purposely
see a
trying to do
single
something
rat.
different.
There's not even a single rat in here.
Right? Where the fuck are the rats?
Yeah.
There was a trailer before this. This isn't the first time we've seen this game.
Mhm.
It
Oh,
has come out
August 27th, so there you go, back in that same window.
Yeah, what else came out August 20? Oh, Zero Company. Star Wars.
The Star Wars XCOM.
Yeah. But I'm interested in that game just because I really like the Plague Tale games, and yeah, the other trailer that we saw previously showed rats.
Mhm.
So
Okay.
they're all rats in the game.
There are rats in it. Good, because that would be to have a Plague Tale without a rat, even
But
one.
also that combat looked pretty good.
It did.
I would play that game.
I'm not saying
rats
it's
or
a
no
bad game.
rats.
Both things can be true.
That's true.
It's not a Plague Tale, and it's a good game.
True. They showed off a trailer for Persona 4 Revival, which I believe is a remake of Persona 4. And then later they had a teaser for Persona 6, which was basically just a very, very dark trailer that ended with the words P6. So there wasn't a whole lot to show there.
Okay.
They showed off a trailer for State of Decay 3.
Yeah, that's actually kind of huge because
this game exists.
Yeah. This is the only reason why I might consider owning an Xbox.
Well, then you'll be happy to know it's also coming to PS5 and PC.
Right. Yeah. And I'm here's the thing about State of Decay. State of Decay, the very first game, I absolutely loved. The second game, I absolutely loved to a point, and then I was done with it. I found myself getting so lost in the open world that I ended up never really quite finishing the game, and it just became really too much, and I stopped. And now I want to play this same thing. I want to play this game again. I want to play this game, this State of Decay 3. I want to play it, and I fully understanding that I'm not going to play the whole thing. I'm going to get into it. I'm going to fall in love with the early game. I'm going to hit the mid game and slow down, and then stop at before the end of the game.
And it's perfectly okay to not finish games.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, it's more State of Decay. It was a lot of CG trailer. I don't know how much of it was gameplay. I mean, I guess all of this could be gameplay.
Yeah. Really. It's in-game footage. I wouldn't call it necessarily all gameplay.
Yeah. This looks like gameplay. This is someone controlling a character.
This is somebody controlling the game, but I wouldn't call it, there's no combat.
No. Let's see. In the chat, Rick Reviews said about Fable, as long as I can kick a chicken, it's fine. And about Resonance Legacy, he says, she is the plague. Which, she kills like a plague, for sure. Okay. Moving on, we got another trailer for Metro 2039. This one was definitely more gameplay focused than the last one that we saw. But I think the last one that we saw was, oh wait, I think Edie's busy.
Yeah, I'm sorry. I just got a work text. A 911 work text.
Oh,
sorry. I'm
you have to go?
All right, yeah. No. Just had to take care of something real fast.
Okay.
Anyway, you were saying.
Yeah, there's another trailer for Metro 2039. I think this one was more gameplay focused than the last one we saw, which was all cutscene and vibes. But I also kind of liked that trailer better. I think it was more evocative. This one looked like a good shooter. This is coming out February of next year. So February is also getting pretty stacked.
Yeah. You noticed that too. that September's bad, but now because of everybody moving up off of November and trying to avoid GTA, they're stacking it on both ends. It's bookending that whole winter season.
Yeah. Let's see. February.
You're looking up all the games that's coming out in February. It's a lot.
Yeah.
At least that we know of so far. I think that there might be some games that we're anticipating coming out in February that might actually be moving off of that date as well, because it is going to be so stacked.
Okay, I am looking at gamingbuddy.eu. Oh yeah, Tomb Raider, Legacy of Atlantis, Persona 4 Revival, Fable, and something called Coven All Powerful. But really, it's those four: Tomb Raider,
Mhm.
Persona 4, and Fable. Which 3 games
Mhm.
I can deal with. 3
Yeah.
games is okay. 3 games is doable.
Yeah. 3 games, but it's remember February's a short month.
True.
Yeah. All right. So, what's the next game want to talk about?
Let me get up here. Bad Magpie. I don't know. This is from, according to IGN, a new UK-based studio called Milktooth.
Mhm.
But it gave me real Untitled Goose Game vibes.
Yes, it doesn't it?
The fact that you're a little crow or a magpie and you light a lighter and you hold it over the flowers and then you set this field of flowers on fire. This is very much of a magpie just going around starting shit.
Right, just causing chaos.
Mm-hmm.
Which, if you know anything about magpies, that tracks.
But then there's a little scene where the magpie can't fly, and it's
No.
sad.
Oh, poor little magpie.
I will burn down the world for this magpie.
I
It's
also
very
saw that
cute.
there's another. I also saw there's another goose game that is going to be co-op.
Oh,
2
really?
gooses working together.
Oh,
I forgot where I
that's
saw that.
cool.
Yeah. Where you're essentially trying to get an egg from the beginning to the
Oh,
end.
yes, that was an excellent adventure.
An excellent adventure.
An excellent game?
Maybe something, one of those 2.
Oh no, it was like an extremely hard game. Something along those lines.
How many puns can you make right now?
Yeah. But yeah, I think Bad Magpie looks pretty cute, and it could be pretty funny.
Right.
A trailer for Wolong 2, which is a Souls-like game from Team Ninja. That's not Neo. Look cool. Join Us is basically a cult simulator.
Oh, really?
And I'm not exactly sure how this will play, but I kind of like the idea of a cult simulator.
All right. I'm going to pull that trailer up because that looks very interesting. And is it a cult simulator in the vein of Far Cry, or is it? No, it looks like it is a cult, like, compound building game.
Yeah.
And yeah, so you have to
You
build your
build your
compound,
compound,
and
you
you've
protect
got
it
your
with a
cult
flamethrower.
members. You got your cult members, and I guess you're gonna put them.
New convert
Okay.
has joined.
Right. So, and then when you
Conversation
get a
failed.
yeah, single player and 4-player co-op. This looks kind of cool.
It was like you have to defend your cult from other cults. Was that a giant god? Was that a good?
It looked like it was a daughter or a spaceship.
Well,
yeah.
as a cultist, I want to summon Cthulhu, so
It's March 2027. This looks interesting. This could either be very, very good or very, very bad.
yeah. And then they showed off a trailer for Senua, which I don't know what it means that they're no longer calling it Hellblade, Senua's something, because it was Hellblade, Senua's Sacrifice, Hellblade, Senua's Saga. I forget which came first. But this one is just Senua, which, to be fair, is a cool name and like a good title. But I don't know what that means because I didn't play the second one. The first one really turned me off because they made such a big deal. Hang on.
Uh-oh.
My
How are
throat's just
you?
really dry.
Yeah, well, you've been talking the whole time.
I know, that's why it's dry.
Sorry.
Yeah, the original Hellblade game made such a big deal out of, oh, we talk to psychologists and we want to make a realistic representation of psychosis. And like we want to put psychosis in a game and make players feel what it's like to have this mental disorder. But then when you play the game, it's a bunch of video gamey shit.
Mm-hmm.
Like, oh, I see patterns in the world, and if I go boop, 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 I open a magic door. In real life, yes, that's a symptom of psychosis where you see patterns in the random spackle on your wall. But in a video game, that's just mechanics. That's
Right.
just classic video game mechanics, which kind of makes you think that, boy, all video game characters are suffering from psychosis.
Yeah.
But then so they made a big deal about this, but then in execution, it was just like, oh, okay, you made a video game. And then they kept going with it. And I didn't play the second one, so I don't know how the story goes. But it's such a weird franchise to become a franchise. Like the first game felt like a very purposefully small, claustrophobic game. And now they're expanding it into a trilogy where you're fighting some sort of godly being.
Mm-hmm.
They also made a point about how Senua is hallucinating enemies. And so there's a combination of you fighting real enemies and you fighting like hallucinations that are trying to kill you because she's hearing voices in her head. I don't know how much of this is supposed to be real and how much of it is supposed to not be. How much is in her head? How much is real? Which is why that feels like a weird story to turn into a trilogy, because the more you explain, the more you delve into the lore of this world, the
Mm-hmm.
more it becomes not about her and her mental issues, the more it becomes a, typical lore driven fantasy game.
Right. I never got into Senua. This wasn't my kind of game. But I will say that this Senua looks really, really cool.
Oh yeah, they're always like graphical showcases for sure.
Yeah, yeah. It looks amazing. Anyway. Then
Doom the Dark Ages DLC, a new Crazy Taxi game, which apparently they're going to go around the world instead of just the US. They announced a new limited edition Xbox Series X, which is a transparent.
yeah.
Which,
Oh, really? I didn't see it. So let me pull it up so I
yeah,
can
you can bring
actually
out
see
that
it.
video. It looks cool. Yeah, right there.
Yeah. Oh,
I
sorry. Am
always
I still on the screen? There we go.
no, I
Yeah, cool.
Yeah, I like being able to see the innards of a thing.
Yeah. No, I like the idea of a transparent Xbox Series S. I mean, I'm not going to buy one.
Well, that's because it's going to cost $1,000.
Yeah, exactly. But I don't mind mind looking at one and thinking it's cool. Come on,
Yeah.
there we go. Yeah, all right, there
I
you
don't
go.
mind looking at that video. Like I can
Yeah,
admit that's a neat looking thing.
yeah, it's cool. I mean, it's about as cool as the Xbox refrigerators. By the way, I wonder whatever did anyone ever buy one of those things?
I'm sure someone has one somewhere.
Yeah, but like they've got to be on like somewhere on for sale somewhere still, like secondhand. Yeah, I'm not buying one, but it is kind of neat to see it in that, classic Xbox
Yeah.
screen
Look,
transparency.
25th anniversary of Xbox. I feel like they had to do something special.
Yeah.
Then they announced Minecraft Dungeons 2, which not my type of game, but I think Chaos Andrew had said that he really enjoyed it. Oh, this was the other September game, Valor Mortis. The first-person Napoleonic Souls-like game.
Yeah. I'm actually interested in this game, even though I don't like Souls-likes. I may watch somebody play it. How about that?
That's fair. Yeah, I tried to play this game at PAX, but the line was too long.
Yeah, it was
It was a
insane.
popular game, but it looked cool. It looked like a Souls-like game. They seem to balance the combat with the different perspective in a way that works pretty well. And yeah, I'm glad to see that this is coming out soon. It's a
What
little
was the date
too
on it?
September 24th.
Oh no.
So yeah,
Yeah.
I gotta really pick and choose what to play. It's not just a
Yeah.
matter of money; it's a matter of time.
Mm-hmm.
I
Yeah.
can't play all these games.
Yeah. It is also a matter of money. It's a
Oh,
lot of money. It's a
it's a matter of
lot of
both.
money.
Yeah, like okay, let's see. What's
The Xbox Game Pass might actually make sense for September and February.
That's true. Oh, hey, also apparently in August is the Sinking City 2. I
I'm
didn't
not familiar
realize
with that
that.
one.
That was like a good Cthulhu detective game and Beast of Reincarnation. Yeah, okay. Next month, let's see, September. There's Blood of the Dawnwalker. I'm on a page that's showing all the games coming out. Yeah, Valor Mortis, Control Resonant, Silent Hill Townfall, Onimusha, Way of the Sword, Minecraft Dungeons 2. That's a lot.
It's a
And
lot.
those are all the big budget ones. That's not to mention all the indie games.
Yeah. Yeah, Game Pass might actually be worth it in September.
Yeah.
And, if the Steam Deck is out, then Game Pass for
Oh yeah, Steam Machine.
Xbox, they see, so you can play it, the PC Xbox will definitely be
That's
worth it.
true. Does September count as summer or is September after summer?
I think September is the last month of
Okay.
summer.
So
July,
then,
August, September is summer.
in theory, we should see the Steam Machine by
I'm hoping mid-August.
Yeah, August feels like the latest they can go. But I guess September is officially the latest they can go.
Oh, you found AC Wraiths found somebody selling.
Oh, a mini fridge.
Yeah, the Xbox mini fridge, #1 selling collectible in X stock history, or StockX history.
I'm impressed. You should
But it
get
wasn't a
one.
mini
You should
fridge.
get
It
one
was
for
a
your
full-size
turkeys.
fridge. It was a full-size refrigerator.
You should get it for the turkeys.
No, I'm not getting an Xbox fridge for the turkeys.
Anyways, there's some more DLC and expansions for Where Winds Meet, which is cool. That game keeps going, even if I've dropped off of it. It was a good game. Castlevania Belmont's Curse is out this October, and it's a new
In
Castlevania
stock.
game
Xbox mini fridge in stock.
for only $130.
Yeah. But let's see how big it is. It's really not very big. It's only 10 liters.
That is absolutely
It can hold 6 cans, 6 large
that is
cans.
absolutely enough to keep under your desk if you're a streamer.
Yeah, true.
Right? If you're a streamer and you want access to like a drink, that you can absolutely keep that under your desk next to the PC.
Yeah. But then people will keep coming up to it and trying to press the button to start it.
Oh, that should be how it opens. You press the button and that's how it opens.
Okay. Anyway, you were talking about what?
Yeah. Castlevania Belmont's Curse.
Okay.
This is a new Castlevania game from the developers of Dead Cells, which makes me excited because I enjoyed playing Dead Cells, but I hated playing the first level of Dead Cells over and over and over again because it was a roguelike. So I tried multiple times to get into that game, and every time I just get bored after a couple hours of playing the same first level. So I am thrilled that the developer is making a Metroidvania game, because that means I won't have to replay the same area over and over again. They They are really good with art style. They're really good with combat. The game feels good to play. So I think this will lean into all of their skills as a developer while avoiding a lot of the pitfalls of just a bad genre.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
It's not a bad genre, but like a
Frustrating
potentially
genre.
frustrating genre.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think this will be cool.
Yeah, this looks good, especially for people who likes Metroidvanias. I'm imagining AC Wraith is kind of looking forward to this. This seems like his kind of game.
Mm.
All
Let's
right.
see. Yeah, then we got a teaser of Persona 6 that is not even worth looking at because you don't even see someone's face.
Yeah, that's what you said.
A new Spyro game, which is cool. Hey,
Yeah.
bring back Spyro. I think that's awesome. Then we got Clockwork Revolution, which I don't know. I'm excited about this game just because it's so new. It
Mhm.
is a completely new IP. It's like a steampunk heist game. It's
Hmm.
very BioShocky in the way that you kind of combine guns with different powers.
Mhm.
Yeah, there's
This
not a
looks
whole lot
kinda
to
cool.
say about this except that it looks cool. In Exile is known for making really deep RPGs.
Mhm.
So I'll be
What
interested
other
to
RPGs have they made?
In Exile. I think they were like the original developer of Fallout back in the day.
Oh, wow. Okay.
So let's see. They did Clockwork Revolution. They did Wasteland 3. That was their other top-down CRPG, like kind of mix of Fallout and CRPG.
Mhm.
The Bard's Tale, The Mage's Tale, Torment, Tides of Numenera, Wasteland 2. These are all CRPGs. Like these are all Baldur's Gate 3 style RPGs. So
Mhm.
to see them go to first person is going to be interesting because they've never done this perspective before. This is them getting Microsoft money and saying, "Let's make something big."
Mhm. Yeah, I'm down for this. This looks very cool. Do we know if
Yeah,
it's single player, multiplayer? I think
single
it
player.
looks like it should have a multiplayer aspect to it, but
No, it's all single player.
oh. Yeah,
Xbox console exclusive. So this is not
oh.
coming to PlayStation.
And it's not coming to PC.
Well, no, everything's coming to PC.
Well, he said console exclusive.
They say that doesn't that mean PlayStation? Like
Remember,
console exclusive.
in the future, PC doesn't mean console exclusive anymore.
I guess
After this summer, that means it's coming to
I
Xbox and Steam Machine.
yeah, Steam Machine. That means PC.
Right.
Yeah, so this is
But
just no PlayStation.
yeah. So that's this whole you can be Xbox exclusive, but you can't be Xbox. Actually, you can't even be Xbox exclusive anymore because Xbox exclusive is going to be no longer PC. It's going to be
Yeah.
Steam Machine.
Yeah, he says it has a Steam page.
Okay,
So yeah, it's coming to PC.
good.
And then we got more Call of Duty Modern Warfare 4, but it was just a look at their new mode called DMZ.
Yeah, in fact, I heard from the insider that they are very excited about the buzz that they received and the positive response that they received from what was shown about Call of Duty,
Hmm,
and that it is more
good.
than justified.
Okay. Then we get into Gears.
Mm-hmm.
And Gears of War E-Day, it looked really cool, but their sales pitch on it during the deep dive also felt like a sales pitch out of time
Mm-hmm.
because they kept talking about how the world is more detailed than it's ever been. You've got destructible cover. You've got the guns are more detailed than they've ever been. The
Mhm.
lighting is ray tracing, and it's like, okay, you're talking about the graphics are better, the lighting is better, the world is bigger. It's like, oh, this feels like a PS4 era hype of like, oh, this game is bigger. It's more detailed, better graphics, better destruction, better lighting. It's like, well, okay, but how does it play?
Right.
And when we see it, it plays like Gears of War.
Right. And you know what? I'm okay with that.
I
Gears of
I
War played great.
it
Always
it
has.
it plays great. I don't know. I kind of wish that they were doing something more. Like change it up the way God of War 2018 changed it up. 2018 God of War is still a third person action game, but it's a very different type of third person action game than the original God of War trilogy.
Mhm.
And the fact that the Gears of War 5 ended on such a cliffhanger with the death of a major character that you could choose,
Mhm.
and the fact that 5 years later they followed up with a prequel, it just feels like they don't know what to do. And
Mhm.
everything we see here looks pretty good. Uh
And it does look good. It looks chaotic and big.
yeah, because this is E-Day, so this is about when the locusts first invade the world. And
Mhm.
so there's a lot of running through a city has it's destroyed, in the moment destruction, as opposed to Gears of War, the original trilogy, when it took place several years to a decade after E-Day. So you were
Mhm.
already living in a post-apocalyptic world.
Right.
But yeah, I don't know. I don't know what to think of this because Gears kind of feels old to me, but and this gameplay is certainly, oh yeah, this is old. This looks like a 360 game,
Mhm.
right? Oh, this looks like Gears.
Mhm.
And I don't know if that will be enough or if I want them to do more. It looks like a good version of something I've played before.
Yeah. I'm
But it
man,
looks it looks
it
really
makes me wanna
good.
play Gears. It makes me wanna play Gears.
Yeah. And it does. It looks really, really good.
It
Like
does
I
look
do
good.
have to give kudos. I kind of give them shit for talking about, oh, the world is more detailed than it's ever been. The cover chips away when it gets shot, but at the same time, that shit does look good.
It does look
When you
good.
when you're hiding behind a concrete barrier and you can see it chipping away as other people shoot at you, that
Mhm.
feels intense.
Yeah. Um, I I'm good. I'm good for this. I really am. I'm even if it plays exactly like a Gears game, I'm okay with that.
Mhm.
There's You're right. It does suck that this cliffhanger is finally followed up with something that doesn't have anything to do with the cliffhanger. That it's kind of cruel in a way to do that,
Mhm.
but I am kind of hungry for some Gears play.
And
I really
uh
am.
the announcement that they made at the start, Asha Sharma actually got on screen to
Mhm.
say that this is a console exclusive.
Mm.
So not
Right.
coming to PlayStation.
Right. Well, she can't say console exclusive anymore because console exclusive, if it comes to PC, by definition, makes it no longer console exclusive.
No, the PC is not a console. Doesn't count.
Does the Steam machine count as a console? Is the Steam machine a console?
We don't talk about that here.
Yeah. I say Steam machine is a console. A console is you plug it into the back of your TV, and if you can hit the button on your controller and it turns on, it's a console, regardless of what platform it's actually running on. It could run on Linux, it could run on Windows, it could run on anything it wants to. That's a matter of flavors. but it's a console, so it's not a
I
console
I
exclusive.
believe the official response from Microsoft is nah 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 nah.
La
nah."
la 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 la. I can't hear you.
The point is no
Yeah.
PlayStation.
No PlayStation.
That's the real point.
Also, October 6th,
Yes. Yeah.
which
So this
is
is October.
interesting timing because that is a month ahead of
A month ahead
GTA.
of GTA. It's after the
September clusterfuck.
yeah. So I think that actually helps it being
Yeah.
outside that.
Yeah. I'm really
Like
surprised more games didn't go into that early October window.
I'm
That
also
they all just
surprised.
piled up in September.
Yeah, Phantom Blade Zero was in September, but then it got delayed to the end of October.
Hmm.
I'm surprised more games didn't announce themselves for the start of November.
Yeah.
Because GTA's not out until the 19th.
Well, yeah, but that's middle of November for all intents and purposes. That's mid-November. And early November, that might be a good window to drop into, but that means that your game is going to be, no matter what, where they are in the game. Whoever's playing it, if they buy it, will
I
stop
mean,
playing it.
it depends on the game. Like Minecraft Dungeons, why not put
Mhm.
that out in early November?
True. True.
But yeah,
Um,
a lot of good games coming. Too many good games coming.
Too many good games. Yeah, it's going to be a good year. And I think it was you that mentioned that we're now seeing this resurgence of games. No, it was resurgence of movies. And this is what you had opined, that this was kind of the doldrums of games because so much you had that huge like crest of game playing during the pandemic, and now
Yeah,
you're started to see it come back down, and it's like now is the time where we're starting to see the problems
yeah. And I
of
guess like
the
I
pullback
I
on
was
development, the pullback on financing.
yeah,
And
like
I'm not seeing that.
I'm talking more about the industry, right? Like there's a bunch of
Mhm.
layoffs. It's a dog time for the industry. And
Yeah.
yet ironically, the past several years have been fucking awesome for
Yeah.
games. So
And this is going to be
even as the industry, at least in the US, burns, like, oh, we're feasting.
this next year is a really good year for games.
Feasting.
So,
Game
yeah.
industry flambe.
Yeah. Yeah, it really is. Uh Day of the Devs 2026, everything announced in the Big Summer Game Fest Indie Showcase. He wants you to talk about. Do we want to talk about the Indie Showcase?
I didn't see that.
I didn't see any of these, so that's why Nick has
Let's
been talking the
see.
whole show.
News, all news. Let's see if I can find it on
Just look
IGN.
up just look up Day of the Devs big announcements, and you will get a list of all the announcements during that thing. In fact, I'll just do that now too myself. Day of the Devs biggest announcements.
Okay, here's one from Eurogamer. Everything announced.
Yep, there we go. I got it. Blood Dungeon from the studio that
Oh,
made Nidhogg.
oh yeah, this is like a side-scrolling Vampire Survivors. I guess they describe it as Vampire Survivors crossed with Splunky.
Mm-hmm.
An auto-scrolling side scroller where you pick up upgrades, but it's got the art style of Nidhogg, which is kind of cool because Nidhogg had a unique art style.
Mm-hmm. And unfortunately, all these don't have really good accessible.
Yeah, he says try Eurogamer. I'm on Eurogamer now, but they don't have
Yeah, we are.
videos.
Yeah, they don't have videos on it. I'm looking at the maybe GameSpot. Yeah, I don't think that they had. I see screenshots. I do not see like here is that one, the one that we were talking about earlier. What was it? The
Yeah,
one from Nidhogg? Yeah,
Blood Dungeon.
Blood Dungeon. So that's all we have of Blood Dungeon. Sucks, but I'm sorry,
Let's
that's all
see.
we have.
I'm
They have something called Tenebrous Somnia, from an Argentinian developer, Cybot
Yeah,
Studios.
that one describes a side-scrolling survival horror game with combat, puzzles, and FMV.
Yeah, it blends pixel art action with spooky live action FMV scenes, which sounds interesting.
I'm all for FMV
Yeah.
stuff.
A game called Mr. Records, which is from, I guess, the people that made Mixtape, a
Wait,
music-driven game.
but Mixtape just
What was it? Hold on. What did you say? Mixtape what?
Mixtape just came out.
Yeah, or maybe it's not from the same one. It just says hot off the heels of Mixtape. Well, maybe it's something similar to Mixtape. It's another amazing looking music-driven game, Mr. Records gameplay, and I'm reading this from GameSpot. Gameplay is split into two parts. In one, players are transported to a different world while listening to a record and have to make their way through platforming challenges to the rhythm of the music. In between those levels, players manage a record shop. It's basically Moonlighter by the way of Rhythm Heaven. It's supposed to be released in Q1 2027. Something called 33 Immortals from Thunder Lotus Games.
That is one that we've seen before. This is
Yeah.
from the developer of Spiritfarer. This was
Mhm.
announced at an Xbox showcase a number of years ago. It's a 33-player co-op roguelike game.
That sounds kind of fun.
But yeah, but it's got a number of delays since then. But I guess it's finally coming out on June 10th
Yeah, June 10th.
for Steam, Epic, and Xbox.
And let's see, Dreadmore from Kyrgyzstan, company called Dream Dock Studio. It's a fishing game with supernatural elements.
Yeah, they describe it as Dredge,
Yeah.
but with a first person.
And that's going to be on Steam in Q4 of 26. Threads of Time, which is a retro game. It comes from Rio Game.
Turn-based time-traveling adventure that takes inspiration from Chrono Trigger and Final Fantasy.
It is turn-based RPG. Doesn't have a release window yet, but it's supposedly going to come to PC or Xbox Series X. N plus Infinity times 2.
Okay, I know N plus is a
yeah, this is the successor.
Classic platformer game.
Yeah, so MetaNet Software, this is their successor to that game, which has ridiculous name, N plus Infinity times 2. Yeah, it is. So gameplay is similar to previous N plus titles. This one focuses on competitive multiplayer across 5 modes. There will still be a single-player campaign where players can get a feel for the game's mechanics, though. N plus Infinity times 2 will be released in 2027. Into the Unwell. So that says if you liked Mouse PI for Hire, that kind of animation, Unwell let's see, take a note of Into Unwell from She Was Such a Good Horse and Coffee Stain. It's a co-op action roguelike that leans into the over-the-top animation style of classic cartoons as they fight and claw their way through a difficult roguelike. Into the Unwell will launch on Steam next year. Something called Bub.
This actually looks neat.
It does look neat.
Okay, what'd you say? Bub?
Bub. One of the more personal games shown off was Paper Frog's Bub. It's a love letter to New York City and the personal journeys artists go through. It also reflects one of the developers' own struggles after they were diagnosed with multiple sclerosis mid-development. Bub will launch in 2027. Then comes Lazy River. It is a silly co-op game. It's coming from Mike Boxleitner, who made Secret Hitler.
Oh, really?
Yeah. It takes place in a space water park, and it tasks players with building a raft and fighting zombies as they make their way along the cosmic lazy river and scavenge for supplies. It's exactly the kind of quirky co-op game that has been all the rage lately, so keep an eye on Lazy River when it begins early access on Steam in 2027.
Is that what we're calling friend slot games now? Quirky co-op games?
Mm-hmm. Prove You're Human. It's from Sunset Visitor. It
Wait.
is a sci-fi game called Prove You're Human. It focuses on Mesa, the AI personified by a giant
Oh,
head who believes they're human.
this is the
And
next game from the developer of 1,000 Times Resist, the game
okay,
that I had talked about a couple weeks ago. Yeah, creators of 1,000 Times Resist. Excellently written game that somehow combines Evangelion, alien, post-apocalyptic stuff with the transition of political power of Hong Kong. Wait, was it Hong
interesting.
Kong that was like ruled by the British and then handed over to China in the 90s?
Yes.
Yeah, and
Yes.
like that transition came with a lot of political strife. And 1,000 Times Resist managed to combine that with apocalyptic alien clones, crazy shit,
Ah.
in a impressive way.
So yeah, it's got no release window, but it is in development for PC.
Hmm.
Ithaca from
I'm
the
I'm
French.
interested in Prove You're Human because
Oh,
1,000
yeah.
Times Resist was really, really
I
well
know you
written,
love that game.
and that's a game that's going to live and die by its writing.
Hmm. Ithaca from the French studio Pixel Hunt. It is a narrative-focused RPG that follows an environmental rights lawyer who decides to drive to Ithaca after kidnapping the boss of a large oil company. From there, you have a lot of narrative impacting choices to make as you uncover what's going on. The Kickstarter campaign for Ithaca has begun, and Pixel Hunt is hoping to release the game sometime in late 2027.
I like this style.
Yeah. It almost looks like Kentucky Route Zero in a way.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Is it who's developing this?
Pixel Hunt out of France.
Pixel Hunt. Okay, yeah, I don't think that's not the developer of Kentucky Route, but you're right. It does
No.
looks like it shares that DNA.
Yeah. And like I said, there is a Kickstarter campaign for it right now.
Hmm.
Next one is something called Screenbound. And that is from Crescent Moon Games. So it previously went viral for its clever gameplay conceit, which sees players simultaneously playing a 2D game on a handheld console as they move through a
Oh,
3D world.
yeah, I saw a video of this one.
Mm-hmm. So at Day of the Dead, we saw both a platformer and the Legend of Zelda style adventure game split between 2D and 3D. And it's going to launch on September 10th.
Oh
And a new
God,
demo is on Steam. The demo is on Steam right now.
this looks like a
This is a
mind
mind fuck.
fuck.
You and I both said it. Yeah, because it does. It looks like the kind of mind fuck of like rub your
Yeah,
rub your stomach and pat your head kind of gameplay that I am not good at all.
What was this one called again?
This is called Screenbound.
Screenbound. Okay, I got to keep an eye out for this one.
Next one is something called One Shot Fighters. But
Is that like One Punch Man?
or as GameSpot wrote, One Shot Figures.
It's got figures?
Figures, because they misspelled fight.
Oh.
Figth. There's been a lot. I noticed there were so many typos in all and across multiple different outlets.
Hey, they're
Horrible, screaming, gaping, like somebody didn't have this copy edited. They just hit print, hit post.
it says shot one fighters, not one shot fighters.
Oh, shot one fighters. Okay, sorry. So,
This looks like a fighting game.
Shot One Fighters asked the same question as Absolem. What a classic beat 'em up would look like as a roguelike.
Oh,
It got a new
Uh,
trailer on the day of the devs, highlighting the different combos and special moves players
Oh,
can
hang
unlock
on.
as they play the game. No release window. It is going to rely on a Kickstarter, though. So if you're looking for you're going to support something, this might be something you might want to kickstart. Next game looks very interesting. Something called Apple Crumble is in the dessert. Now, this is coming out of German developer Happy Broccoli Games. It's described as a creepy, cozy walking sim. You have to figure out who's trying to murder their grandma at her 84th birthday party. And it's supposed to be released on Steam sometime later this year.
What was this one called?
Apple Crumble. That actually makes me I could go for some Apple Crumble right now.
Apple
That
Crumble
sounds
and Murder.
delicious. Yeah, so it's a walking sim. So it's no like gameplay.
Yeah, I mean, I love a good walking sim.
Yeah, as long as you can walk fast enough, right?
As long as like it's well written and not a boring piece of shit like Everyone's Gone to the Rapture. Not only could you walk slow, it was also poorly written.
Oh,
like
and it's a Knives Out inspired mystery, which is a good thing.
Oh, okay. I like everything they're talking about with this game.
Yeah.
They've even got the logo that looks like Knives Out.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'm okay with that.
Okay.
All right. Next game they had was something called Slap Out of It. This is from a studio that was previously known for VR games called Turbo Button. They have a new PC and console game, not VR, featuring Ben Starr.
Oh, okay.
You have to slap anything and everything to see and to solve. Slap anything and everything you see to solve puzzles and progress through the game. Slap Out of It will be released sometimes next year.
This looks funny.
This does look funny. So you just have two hands and slap.
Oh,
position.
naturally, slap that ass. Slap that ass.
Slap that alligator. Slap him. There you go. So yeah, you just have to slap everything. It just looks like fun, goofy game.
Yeah. A guy's on fire, you have a fire extinguisher, but instead of using the fire extinguisher, you just slap him in the face with it. Yeah,
Yeah.
I would totally enjoy this.
Yeah, I'm down for this.
Those are some legs.
Yeah, all right. Slap Out of It. Sounds like a good one.
Yeah.
All right, next one is something called Super Ukulele Kart. And it's spelled YOOKA-LAYLEE.
Is this a kart racer for Super? This is.
It is.
Ukulele kart racer.
Yep. Rather than another platformer, it's a kart racer inspired by Super Mario Kart, Diddy Kong Racing, and Mario Kart Super Circuit that features characters from across the ukulele games.
It even looks like the old Super Mario Kart.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, I could absolutely see this becoming a party game from hell.
Yeah, this looks like a good party game.
Yeah, yeah. Invisible racing, even better. Yep. That is definitely going to be something that people are going to play a lot of.
Yeah, full screen competitive too. That's good.
So, next one out of Poland from Stalwart Industries is something called Into the Fire. It's a survival extraction game where players rush into a city decimated by a volcano and demons to search for
Wait,
and save any survivors.
what was that? Back up.
What?
They rush into a city threatened by a volcano. Okay, and
And
demons.
Okay. To
What?
search and save any survivors.
that that was like, oh, okay, I see where we're going. Yeah, we're rescuing people from a volcano and demons.
And demons? Yeah.
Okay.
Wow, this looks really good.
This does look kind of cool. I'm waiting for the demons to show up though. Now that
Yeah,
I
where's
know
the
they're in
demons?
there.
Where's the demons?
Like this looks like a cool environmental, like where the enemy is the environment.
Mm-hmm.
So that's why I'm not sure where the demons come from, because just running into fire is enough of an enemy. A volcano? Like, that's crazy. Really nice fire effects though.
Yeah, really good fire effects.
Like, it's got this 2D fire effect going on, but it's got 3D particle effects
Mm-hmm.
for the for like the embers, which is a really nice combination.
Nope, there's the demons. Looks like it's fire demons. Oh, and then they can absolutely cause everything to
Oh
explode.
Jesus.
Oh, okay. But you've got a extinguisher grenade you can throw. All right. So yeah, it looks like that your weapons are a fire extinguisher canister on your back, fire extinguishing grenades, and a sledgehammer and an axe to get through walls and stuff. That looks pretty cool. So it's on early access for 2025. That looks cool.
Yeah, maybe this is an old trailer. Because it says early access 2025,
Oh.
wishlist now.
Yeah, no, but I'm wondering what the new one is. That must be an old one.
Yeah. Is there a release date?
Yeah, I'm just sorry I didn't think about that. 2025. The release date on this, it says before the end of 2026.
Okay.
You can also sign up for pre-released play tests right now on Steam.
AC Race said that he watched Splattercat play, who's a YouTuber,
Mhm.
but I think he made a point to extract before encountering any demons.
Oh.
Which is interesting that you can go in, rescue someone, get out without encountering the demons.
Yeah. Let's see, only 2 more left. Trine 6, Together in Time.
Oh, another Trine.
Yep. So Frozen Byte did reveal Trine 6. It is the latest in the series of co-op 2D puzzle platformers set in a fantasy world. It looks like this sequel will continue to deliver on the Trine legacy the way that it has for the previous 5. Same formula. It's going to release on PC, PS5, Xbox Series X and S, Nintendo Switch 2 on September 25th.
Oh,
Another
geez.
September game. So yeah, more Trine.
Yeah, I never got into Trine.
I never got into
I
Trine
kind
either.
of always meant to, but
Yeah. It's always been a game that I've thought that I would really enjoy, but I've always, whenever it's like I'm not playing anything, it's not the game I think of.
yeah. Looks like a good
So.
platformer though.
And then the last thing that they talked about was, pardon me, when sirens fall silent. It is a new game from Italian developer LKA Studios. It's a psychological thriller that follows a rookie police officer investigating a serial killer, and it eventually escalates to feature supernatural elements while also addressing the serious topics like addiction and human trafficking. When Sirens Fall Silent also delivers a branching narrative that changes depending on how players solve cases. It's supposed to come out in 2027. That sounds interesting.
Okay. You're speaking all the buzzwords that I listen to.
Mm-hmm. It is first person. So AC Wraith can't play it.
Yeah.
Sorry, dude.
Definitely a lot of like looking around, detective work.
Ibuprofen. That was the one thing that was my like big thing the first time I ever went to Paris was I needed ibuprofen, and I had to go into a pharmacy. Avez-vous ibuprofen? Oui. Yes, I spoke French. 4 years of French in school, and I can ask for ibuprofen.
That's all that matters.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I will totally play a nice, slow, creepy detective game that escalates in horror.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, this is looking pretty good. And I like the fact that as you play it, it changes the narrative
Yeah.
based on how you solve things. I like that. I love mystery games that do that. So, yeah, that's a thing. That's the last one out of it, and that was the last game that was featured. So good call on that, AC Wraith, for making us do this. If you want information, here's on the screen. Everything announced at the Big Summer Game Indie Fest on the day of the devs.
So interesting. The developer of When Sirens Fall Silent, they also did a game called Martha is Dead, which
That sounds familiar.
yeah, apparently got okay reviews.
Mm-hmm.
But looks like it's very, very close in style.
Okay. Yeah, that looks kind of cool. I'm down for it.
I might have to check out Martha is Dead.
I realize that, if it's not Chaos who's trying to get this to a 3-hour show, or Nick that's trying to get this to a 3-hour show, why do you always do that? There you go. And this time, AC Wraith, I blame you. You made it a 3-hour show because we just hit 3 hours and 1 minute. You bastard.
Lot of good stuff coming out. It was a good show.
Yeah.
Good show.
I know nothing. I just bet on indies. Okay. Well, that's been a lot to talk about.
Yeah. Do you really want anything else? Do you really
Overall,
want to know?
yeah, overall, I think we can all agree that certainly the next 6 months are going to be very, very strong for the industry as far as what games are coming out. Even if you took Grand Theft Auto out of the mix, that's a hell of a lineup for the end of the year and beginning of 2027.
Yeah. If anything, I kind of wish Grand Theft Auto wasn't in the mix.
I know. I was thinking the same thing because I know that it's going to take up so much oxygen, and I'm going to want to play a lot of these games and will not have time because I'm going to be playing Grand Theft Auto.
I kind of just wish that, yeah, just take your Grand Theft Auto and like delay it another year.
Yeah, can you? I don't have time for this. But it also points out, and I know Grand Theft Auto is going to be amazing. That goes without saying. But
good.
Unlike previous times, I don't remember there being just this amazing slate of games that weren't being played because of Grand Theft Auto. This year, I think I will remember as I'm playing it. There's an amazing slate of games that I'm not playing. There will be a lot of very strong alternatives to Grand Theft Auto.
Yeah. I feel like
if it's not up to tippy top, if somebody goes, you know what, not that great, and stops, there's other games for them to go to.
Oh, I don't
not that they will, but
I don't think it is a given at all that Grand Theft Auto would get Game of the Year. If only because I
don't think it's going to get Game of the Year, but I think it's going to be the Game of the Year.
Well, in terms of like money, yes, but like what about the Game Awards, that type of thing? I don't think any Grand Theft Auto game has ever won like Game of the Year.
Oh, I think Grand Theft Auto.
I don't think Red Dead Redemption even won.
No, I don't think Red Dead did. But either way, I think it's going to be the Ursat's Game of the Year, just because everybody will have played it and played a lot of it.
My point is that it's a big game, but it might not be the most critically acclaimed game.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, yeah, Game Awards. Expedition 33, then Astrobot, then Baldur's Gate, then Elden Ring, It Takes Two, Last of Us Part 2, Sekiro, God of War, Breath of the Wild, Overwatch, Witcher 3, Dragon Age Inquisition. When did Grand Theft Auto 5 come out?
Dragon Age Inquisition, really?
That was the first year for the Game Awards.
Yeah.
Grand Theft Auto 5 came out in 2013, the year before the Game Awards became a thing. So naturally, no GTA has won a game.
Because there's been no GTA since they started the Game Awards.
Nope. But Red Dead Redemption 2 came out in 2018 and it lost to God of War.
Reasonably so.
Let's see. Spike Video Game Awards.
But GTA 3 through 5 won Game of the Year from various places. Agreed. I know that.
Oh, wait. Okay, 2013. Okay, Grand Theft Auto 5 did win Game of the Year in 2013 as part of the VGX, which was the Spike Video Game Awards, which was the Keeleys before the Keeleys.
Right.
So technically, you could argue that Grand Theft Auto 5 did win a Keeley Award.
Yeah. Yeah. I'm going to say right now that it's probably not going to win Game of the Year. It may, but I'm predicting there's going to be competition for it, simply because there are so many good games coming out in September.
Yeah.
So many good games that are coming out in September. Very, very strong contenders that in another, if GTA wasn't there, we wouldn't even be really questioning, like that it was really up. It's a crapshoot. So I think that this is, I think, the first year that there's going to be games that have the potential. They probably won't, but it's going to be a season where if GTA in any way disappoints, there are a lot of games that will be sitting there in the wings waiting for people to walk away from GTA. Because GTA has a very high bar. It's almost an impossibly high bar.
Oh, yeah. AC Ray says GTA 3 through 5 won Game of the Year from various places. I don't mean various places. I mean the Game Awards. Because there's only one Game Awards. Everything else is like DICE, the Game Developers Conference Awards. Like, when you talk about the Game Awards, again, Keeley got the naming good.
And GTA is going to be up against things like Crimson Desert.
There's even been contenders already. Not that my cheap butt has played them, but others have favorites. I know a lot of people really don't like Crimson Desert. I'm fucking loving it. I'm still playing it. For me personally, looking at what's come out versus what is coming out, this is the best year since 2023.
Yeah.
When Baldur's Gate 3, Alan Wake 2, and Armored Core 6 all came out like within a week of each other or like within a month of each other. And those are like the top 3 games of my year. And now looking forward to Dawnwalker, Silent Hill, Onimusha, the one that I'm most looking forward to, Control, Resonant, Phantom Blade Zero. Those all look really, really good. And those
are Gears of War.
And those were all just the AAA games.
Yeah. Yeah. Let's not forget Subnautica 2, which I think would probably at this point be considered for Game of the War.
Except it's not. Do early access games count?
I don't know. I don't know if they count. But either way, there's a lot of...
Pal World is going to come in and just steal everything.
There's a lot of contenders for if it doesn't hit that very, very high bar that everybody has in their head. There are other games that are going to be games that they haven't played or they're going to return back to because they didn't finish them. Because there's no way that they can, no way that a human being could play all of the, hot titles in September by November.
No.
No.
I was watching a streamer react to the awards, and she's like, I gotta get a calendar to like make a list of, okay, this game on this day, this game on this day, then this day, then this day, like plan out the schedule because it's so stacked.
Yeah. You do. You're going to have to do that.
And it's a little unfortunate because I think one of the reasons First Light was able to pop off as big as it did, because there was a news story this week too about how it surpassed 2 million in sales. So like it's doing really well. And I think that's because it kind of launched all by itself. Nothing else came out. And that meant a lot of streamers were playing it. A lot of podcasts were talking about it. That got a lot of eyes on it. I watched someone play it and then thought, that looks really cool. I want to play it. Because other than that, I would just go back to Crimson Desert.
Right.
So I took a break, played through it, enjoyed it. But that's all because it's out there on its own. When you have like 5 big games releasing on top of each other, podcasts are going to be talking about different games. Streamers are going to be playing different games depending on their personal likes and dislikes.
Yeah.
And it just kind of sucks up all the oxygen, and none of them will get the eyeballs that they would have otherwise. And so I would worry that something that needs to pop off, like Dawnwalker, won't get the chance to because it will kind of get undercut by everything else.
We'll just have to wait and see. But AC Race just want everyone to know that Alan Wake 2 Deluxe Edition is currently 70% off on Epic.
Very good game.
Good deal. All right. So you've done a lot of talking. I haven't done nearly as much talking, but you must be exhausted. So
no more talking. I'm done talking for the
let's
day.
just say the rest of 2026 is going to be a really, really good year for gaming. Really good year for gaming.
Yes.
So on that note, should we close it out?
Shut this down.
Let's close it out. You've been listening to GameHounds, episode 822. We recorded this on, let me turn this down a little bit. We recorded this on Sunday, June 7th, 2026. I've been Edie Sellers. With me has been Nick DeNicola. Ways to get a hold of us. GameHounds.net is our website. GameHounds@gmail.com is our email. We record this show live every Sunday at noon Pacific, 3 p.m. Eastern. On YouTube, on Facebook, and Twitch. On Twitch, we are the GameHounds. On YouTube, we are GameHounds Vids, VIDS, and on Twitch, we are Facebook and Twitch, we are the GameHounds. So either way, no matter where you're watching us right now, if you're still here, please do us a favor, hit thumbs up, hit the like, hit the subscribe button, hit all of the buttons. It really does make a difference, and if you could do us that favor, we would appreciate it. Other favors we would appreciate. If you like what we're doing, patreon.com/GameHounds. That is a place, $1 a month is all we ask, just to help us offset the costs because they are considerable for this podcast. If you like what you're seeing and if you want more of it, $1 a month is all we ask at patreon.com/GameHounds. Also, if you are on Twitch, please subscribe to us on Twitch. If you've got Amazon Prime and you got that free subscription that you can just give to anybody, we would love it if you give it to us. It really, really, really does make a difference. So thank you to all of you who have subscribed to us on Twitch and who have funded us on Patreon. You are much appreciated. Now, if you would like to talk to us outside of the podcast, well, first off, you can listen to us as a podcast, an audio podcast, wherever you find your podcast, like on Apple, iTunes, wherever. You can find that on Apple Podcasts. And if you listen to us as a podcast, please do me a favor, subscribe to that podcast and go to the show on wherever you're watching it, wherever you're listening to it, leave us some feedback. That little bit of feedback really, really, really helps the algorithm and helps other people find us. And if you want to find us when we're not podcasting, join our Discord right down there at the bottom of the screen. Or if you're listening to us as a podcast, it is in the description or the show notes. So please join us in the Discord. You will not only have access to us all the time. In addition, there's a lot of very fun channels like What You Playing, Would You Eat This, Good Game Deals, all that other stuff. Thanks so much. We will talk to you next week. And thanks again to AC Wraith, our link bitch, for putting all the links for everything we talked about in the comments. Bye, everyone. Have a great week. Talk to you on Sunday. Bye. All right, everyone. Thank you for being here for the show. AC Wraith, thank you for being the show. Rick Reviews, everybody else who was here. And Vice, thanks for dropping by. We'll talk to you next week. I'm exhausted. Nick, you must be really exhausted. Go take a nap.
I'm browsing through the history of the Spike Video Game Awards on Wikipedia, and it's like, oh man, it's nuts to think about where Keeley started and where he is now.
Yeah, it really is.
Boy, those VGAs were shit.
They were really shit.
Oh my god,
awful.
Some of those early ones. Do you want to know? Do you want to know what game won the 2003 awards? The very first Spike Video Game Awards.
What?
You'll never guess it.
Forza.
Madden NFL 2004.
Yep.
Since then, from then on, their game of the year was like actually pretty good. They got Grand Theft Auto San Andreas, Resident Evil 4, Oblivion, BioShock, Grand Theft Auto 4, Uncharted 2, Red Dead Redemption, Skyrim, Walking Dead, Telltale's The Walking Dead. Like they had solid nominees and winners. It's just all the presentation was so cringy.
It was very cringy. Now that's what happens when you had Spike. Spike was a bit
That's true. Spike's not around anymore, is it?
No. It was when it was Tech TV, it was amazing. Then it went to Spike. And then it turned into essentially just bad. Just really, really cringy bad.
Oh, Spike became the Paramount Network.
Oh, really? I didn't know that.
Yeah, so if you are watching Yellowstone, that's Spike TV.
Wow. Which was the original Tech TV, which was great. Tech TV was fantastic. All right, everyone. We'll talk to you next week. Bye.
Bye.